All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Market Prep. I hope you guys are having an amazing morning. Hopefully, you guys had an incredible day yesterday. Good morning, Peter. Good morning, Eamon. How are you guys this morning?
Good morning, Carlos. Doing okay. Had a very rainy day yesterday. It was just unrelenting rain all day, which ruined some of my outdoor sporting plans. But other than that, I came out victorious. I went to court yesterday to fight a parking ticket, and I'm 2 for 2 now. So they erased the ticket or canceled it or whatever. So once again, I was right, and justice prevailed. So I'm very happy about that.
That's awesome.
So there
You're
go.
2 for 2. That's amazing.
2 for
Peter.
2.
There you go.
2.
How about yourself, Eamon? How are you? Go ahead, Peter.
Well, I'm good.
I was just saying this morning I went last minute, had to remember to take out the garbage. Take out the garbage, Carlos?
I did, man. I did.
Okay.
I got the garbage
All
this
right.
Thursday. And yeah, it's been definitely an exciting couple of hours. We lost power last night in my house at 12, just before 12. We lost power here. Some line just went out. I got a video of it. Wow. It's actually pretty crazy because it kept buzzing. You know, these things buzz very loud.
Oh.
So it was like literally at the corner of my house. Well, my neighbor's house. I'm next to him. And my wife woke up. I was out, man. I'm an early bird. 9:30, 10 o'clock. I am out. My wife is like, I heard a noise. I'm like, what happened? Like, I heard a crazy noise. And I'm like, what's going on? So, I get up, start looking around, and she's like, did you hear? Like, I didn't hear. I was out. I was gone. And then we heard it again. I'm like, oh, that's the power. Check the lights. And she went try to turn the light. Power was out. So thankfully, they got it going, I guess, sometime in the middle of the night. So we're good to go. But it has caused a little bit of issues with my mic, and certain things just reset it and just are not working properly. But we got the show going now. So hopefully everything stays intact.
Wow. That's,
Sam.
Yeah, I'm glad that you're back, because it's funny. I got your message this morning that said power back on, ignore, and I'm like, ignore what? You never said anything. I
deleted it. Yeah, I deleted the messages.
To take over, I had no idea. So, anyways, all right.
We were worried about that, Carlos. We were worried. Like,
no, it's all good.
What are we going to do? Peter and I were crying there silently.
No, you weren't. You was ready to have a great day.
Oh man, I'm terrified every time you're not.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, it was pretty intense. I should have written a second later. And Sam, you know what? That's so funny. I'm always thinking like that. Like the minute everything's off, I'm like, okay, let's get ready for some kind of home invasion. I'm ready. So yeah, you go get certain things in order, and you just make sure everything is set to go. Because it gets pitch black, man. Like, it gets pitch black, and it's kind of dooms-like scary, And my town is so safe, but we have a highway that goes in and out of the city, and there's some, some unwelcome people that decide to pull over to our town and try to steal cars or carburetors and all this BS that takes place, So you just gotta be careful. All right, friends. Quick look at our gappers list. TradingTerminal.com, friends. Here it is. You got all the stuff you need there. Tools just like this one. Scanners. Market Atlas, which yesterday, guys, what an incredible day. Thanks to Market Atlas, it helped us out a ton to identify opportunities. I mean, it was just awesome. So looking forward to another great day today. And man, stuff was just in play nicely, and we were looking at the right stuff at the right time yesterday. But today we have a lot gapping up and down this morning. We got our president over in China with some tech executives as well. So we'll see what comes out of that. We started to see some headlines come out of that. We're starting to see, hopefully we'll get more. But man, look at NVIDIA gapping up again, all-time highs. And we got some other techs that are just continue to just crush it in this tech environment. All right, before we hop into all of that, let's go over to Eamon for Wednesday in 60 seconds. Eamon, let us know what's going on there.
Awesome. Well, guys, to keep it short, yesterday was another of those sessions where the market told us that it literally doesn't care about inflation, right? The PPI came in hot. the wholesale inflation jumped way more than expected. I think it was around 6%. It jumped 1.4 instead of the expected 0.4 or half a percent. But anyway, it was way more than expected, right? The treasury yields ripped higher again, and the rate cuts hopes faded even more. And normally, that should have been a pretty ugly day for tech and for the market. Instead, what did we have? We get the market closing at another all-time high, and we're even gapping up right now. That's basically the story. AI is still overpowering almost every macro concern the market faces. Apple briefly, by the way, traded above $300 for the first time ever. NVDA stayed strong. Semiconductors names kept leading across the whole market. And even with inflation getting worse, traders still chose the bull market over the fear of dump. Also, there is a much bigger geopolitical story building up. Jensen Huang traveled with Trump's delegation to Beijing ahead of this Trump-Xi summit, and the market immediately started connecting the dots. If tensions cool even a little bit, the chip restrictions and AI trade flows could improve by a lot. So now AI is not just a technology that we trade anymore, it's also a geopolitical trade tool. So on the earnings side, Alibaba gave us interesting read on China yesterday. Cloud growth stayed strong. The AI demand continues exploding, but the margins they got squeezed badly because China is spending so aggressively to stay in the race, and that's one of the debates that's going on right now. I mean, US hyperscalers, they spend hundreds of billions on AI and investors reward them for that. In China, it's a little bit different. They spend aggressively on AI, but investors punish them for it. So it's basically the same strategy, but it's different market reaction to that. And maybe the surprising part of yesterday's trading session is that market absorbed all these hottest inflation news and still finished around the records. So this tells you that the momentum on AI is still going on. And yeah, let's just go directly to what to expect today because there is a lot to expect today. Yesterday it was all about inflation, market closing at all-time high. I mean, it's the market just literally said to inflation that yeah, that's a cool story, but AI and AI just getting this market higher and higher and higher. It's interesting. This is one of the most bullish markets I've seen in the last 10 years of trading. I don't know, Carlos, Peter, do you remember a market as bullish as this in the past?
No, I think
No, COVID
even
was close to nice, but not like this. This is outrageous.
yeah,
You know, COVID was the
even
closest thing we've
technically,
seen.
this is I think the most bullish market almost of all time. Like
Yeah.
yeah, we're in unprecedented times here.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't remember last time the market was this bullish, and every day I'm like, this could be the pullback, this could be the pullback, and we're just not getting it. Anyway, today shifts the focus a little bit because now the question becomes, does the market actually cares about these macro news events or anything, or it's just AI and that's it? And today we have multiple things, by the way, which are interesting. The first thing, and that's the biggest story, it's happening in Beijing. Trump, Xi, they will begin the talks today. They started some stuff briefly yesterday, but I think the major events will happen today. The market is watching this summit very closely because almost every major global theme gets back to this meeting. The AI chips, the rare earth, the trade, Taiwan, oil, supply chains, everything is happening is going to be discussed in one room today in Beijing. And Jensen Huang, being part of this delegation, added another layer to the whole story because now traders they are starting to speculate. Will there be some softening on these chip restrictions? Because if that happens even slightly, NVIDIA is going to, and the whole maybe tech sector is going to rip and make another leg to the upside. Another thing is, could these semiconductor supply chains become less political? Because there is a lot of politics around it, a lot of restrictions, and if that loosens a bit, like we said, the market could see another huge rally. This is why this summit it matters way more beyond politics. Now at 8:30 we'll have the retail sales, and I think after this week's CPI and PPI numbers, this will be one of the most important economics reports for the week. I don't. I'm seeing how the market reacted to CPI and PPI. I don't think it's going to react to the to have any other reaction to this. But still, inflation staying high is one thing. But if inflation staying high and also the consumer starts slowing, that's a different story. And the market needs to react to it somehow, at least. The gas price is now high, the food prices are high, the financing costs are high, and now the markets want to know if consumers are finally starting to feel it as well or not. Because if spending stays strong, bulls could argue that economy is still healthy, right? But if spending weakens, stagflation fears could get louder. Now, the final thing, which is interesting today, is an IPO that is going to be released. I'm not keeping close eye on IPOs, but this one is actually interesting. What's the name of it? I forgot. Cerebras, right? Yeah, Cerebras. This thing, exactly. Yeah. So this one, I think it can open strong, and if it opens strong, it will reinforce the idea that this AI trade still has momentum, because everything related to AI right now just keeps running higher. And I think that's it. I'll talk a little bit more about Cerebras and this IPO and the featured story for today. Already took so long. Let's leave it back to Peter and Carlos to go through the gappers list and everything else that they have prepared for us.
Yeah, no, actually, you didn't take long at all, man. We're right on time, right on track. Let's go to you, Peter, first on some of the scheduled stuff for this morning as far as the economic calendar, in a little bit more detail if we have anything going on. Oh, what's happening here?
Well, Eamon was saying that. It made me think of the story of Icarus. Remember Icarus from Greek mythology? I feel like this market, it's starting to fly a little too close to the sun. And the higher you get, the farther you have to fall. So, because we are really hitting for an interesting time. Like Eamon is absolutely right. Like, I mean, it's AI. AI is 100% driving this market. And, it's built on the promise that AI is going to solve a lot of problems and drive economic prosperity. And if we hit a point of inflation that just can't be borne anymore by, like all of us, right, with seeing increasing costs of spending starts to drop in households, that's going to start causing deflationary or inflationary pressures, but depression, and that nobody wants to talk about recession or depression. But if that starts to hit, think of how rapidly this market could retreat from these highs that we're at. Like it could be epic, but I don't know. Like, I mean, I've been thinking this market needs to get just a little pullback, just calm a little bit for years now, and it hasn't happened. So, and that, I think that's the challenge. Like, it seems inevitable that the market has to move down somewhat, but how high can we go before that happens? And that's always the risk, right? You can't time these things, and it's impossible to say right now because this type of movement has never happened. So, all that being said, Mr. Doom and Gloom that I am, we'll just wait and see. In the meantime, let's take advantage of the market while we can and try and get some good trades. As was pointed out, we do have some economic data that's coming out, a whole lot of it actually today. But does the market care? Well, so far we've been seeing, or at least in the last 6 months, we've been saying no, not largely not. Every once in a while, it'll react a little bit. Jobless claims is normally something the market reacts to. That's coming out at 8:30, as well as retail sales, core sales. We got the import and export price index, but really it's initial and continuing jobless claims are the big numbers of the day. And we'll see. We'll see what the market does. You can see the expectations there at 205,000 for the initial jobless claims and 1.8 roughly million for the continuing. So that's in about 9 minutes. We'll let you know when that happens. But for now, we're just taking a deep breath and just, waiting to see where things go. So we'll come back at that when the numbers come out and see what the market does.
Yep, absolutely, friends. All right, let's hop over to what's happening here in our scanners brought to you by TradingTerminal.com. Let's start picking up some things here that maybe can make our list. Poet, look at this. This thing has been, out of the blue in play. Well, not out of the blue. It's been a month now, but it has been in play more often than not. And you can see here again, just managing to go higher. So we did this at end of April. We shot up pretty nicely, had some struggles, came back down, and now beginning of May and into mid-May, we are continuing to rally again, hit our recent high around 15, and today we're exploding above that, up 21%, Peter, 13 0.6 million shares traded. So clearly in play this morning. And I know it's a fan favorite because you guys have been watching this one in the chat room quite a bit. So, Peter, what's your thoughts on it? What's the latest and greatest?
Yeah, they're doing a good job about drip feeding news. I think that's keeping them sort of in focus, and that's good. I mean, it means good things for the company and the stock. They have another deal. They've signed a $50 million initial strategic deal with a company called LumaLens, and that 50 million could expand to up over 500 million over the next 5 years. So that's a good deal for them. Remember, keep in mind, this is a company that booked $1 million worth of sales last year. So a $50 to $500 million deal is pretty massive. So that's good for them, and we'll see. We'll see what the stock does. Like you say, it's leading the gappers this morning, up 23% on great volume. I can't see a reason not to put it on our list. I mean, I'm skeptical usually of these types of stocks that are, I mean, again, technically not a low float, but I think needs to be treated like a low float. Just look at that daily chart. That sort of tells me all I need to know about its potential movement, right? As it was up to 15, back down to $6. Now it's up to 17. Yeah, like we're clearly, this thing is volatile. So, it's worth maybe paying a little bit of attention to. Let's see what it does.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on it, guys. Gonna probably add it to my secondary list just to see where it goes from here. It is clearly in play today, and let's see, it could be a good one. I think a lot of you guys will be watching this one this morning as well. All right, let's head over to the next one. Is CSCO, Cisco this morning, Cisco Systems, and I mean, if we have not talked about it enough, friends, tech is just leading everything in this market. Look at this gap up from Cisco, 15.4. 2.4 million shares traded, and I think they got to be sitting on all-time highs now. I would believe so. I mean, this is a big company. Let's go back. Because I know they had their heydays back in the days.
They did.
Cisco's been around for a while, but I think
like 30 years ago, almost 25, 30 years ago, they had, they were like, they were the bee's knees, baby. They had their big day. But yeah, you can see back 98, 99, 2000. But yeah, they're definitely at all-time highs now. And they had earnings. They were the big earnings play for last night. And to understand how big Cisco at one point was like sort of the hotness equivalent of NVIDIA, I would say, at the time. At least from when it was a telecom. Remember, it was the telecom boom and bust, right? Here we got the AI play that when it was telecom. I was working for Nortel, and Cisco was the up and comer that was really sort of taking over the world. But we're going back almost 30 years now. So
this year, Peter, this was the internet crash here, right? This was it right here.
Yeah,
I wasn't around for that, but okay. Well, look at that. That's pretty aggressive. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
I mean, a significant amount of the gain. So, and if you were looking for that same pattern in the AI, like the internet was a real thing, right? It's not like it went away. Cisco as a company didn't go away, but look how much of the gains had been lost and how long it took for it to get it back, right? So, you can sort of use this chart maybe just as a sample example of what could happen. If you picture that, on the current market, yeah, that would be a pretty massive drop, and it could be decades before AI would regain it if it happened. So, but anyways, we'll see where this all goes in the short term. Cisco doing well. They had earnings last night. Obviously performed well. They beat their numbers in quarter and raised their guidance, which is what the market always likes. They of course talked about AI, their hyperscaler AI infrastructure solutions, which were driving a lot of their sales growth. So something called Splunk is continuing to deliver value for them. So anyways, they've got only good news this morning. Carlos, I don't know whether to expect this to be in play or not. Typically it trades great volume. It trades about 20 million shares on the average day. Today you would expect it to be over that, being already 2.5 million shares deep. I can't remember a time where I've watched and traded this. I don't know how it moves. My gut is telling me pretty horribly. Like, I'm just looking at the trading over the last 2 days. Wow, like that's pretty flat and miserable. So
Yeah.
maybe today, but I'm not hopeful.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to add it on here. We'll take it off or move it downgrade if we need to. But I mean, this is a story. This is the world that we're living in. And there's not a lot of companies that have been through the internet bubble that are this old. This is a very rare company that has actually gone through this internet bubble and is doing the same thing again. You don't have a lot of tickets that go back to 1996. I mean, that is something to, a badge to put on your jacket there. So I think it's worth watching Cisco today, even just for the nostalgic of it.
Well,
I mean, I'm just going to put it on here.
We got some of the old timers here that saying, "Hey, I was just a lowly web developer back in '96." That's Ben Colts here, and yeah, some of you guys that remember. Yeah, I worked for Nortel, so yeah, obviously I knew a lot about Cisco, and we were working and competing actively against them. It was and there's a big race to buy everything. Back then, it was all about acquisition, right? You'd buy all the startups and then try and integrate them, and you notice that these there's not as many acquisitions and takeovers, right? Despite all the money flowing around, I'm not seeing a lot of consolidation in the chip space like we're getting in different markets. So it seems like everybody, and again, to me, Carlos, it sort of makes sense to what I was saying earlier. They don't need to buy before, because you wanted to make sure that you didn't have competition, so that you would buy their technology either to integrate it or to kill it. Microsoft was famous for that, right? They would buy things just to kill it, just to put it in a storeroom somewhere and say, we never want it to see the light of day because it looks like it might be a better product than what we've got. So we'll take it and we'll kill you. We'll pay you, billions or hundreds of millions of dollars just to get rid of you. But nowadays there is so much money in AI. They're like, why would I want to buy them out? What do I care? Take your share of the market. You can have 1 or 2% of the market because the market is growing faster than I can compete anyways. So,
you start buying out companies, you probably go broke with the amount of companies that are out there now. You don't want to do that. That's not a strategy that could work out profitably this time around. All right, let's continue, friends. PCT. We got here PCT. P Capital Trading, but no, this one's Pure Cycle Technologies.
We're on top of the list.
We are rocking today, baby. Look at that. PCT here up 17.2. 417,000 shares traded. So we'll do this. Let's come back to this one. First, I want to go look at any data that's coming out for the U.S. economic calendar, Peter, and then we'll head over. We'll give the room over to Jared. Engineering the Market starts in about a minute and a half here. So anything going on there? Let's see what the numbers look like, how the market reacts, and then we'll hand it off to Jared.
Yeah, a couple of seconds. We expect those numbers to come out. This PCT, by the way, it's in your backyard. It's a New Jersey, and they're operating recycling in New Jersey. But anyways, we'll come back to that. As you can see, the jobless numbers just came out. Continuing jobless claims, pretty much right on target, 1.78 million versus 1.79. So I would say that's pretty much the number. And the jobless, the initial, a little bit over 211,000 versus 205. So that's all in range. And then the rest of it is pretty boring, right? Retail and core and non-core retail sales right on target at 0.7 and 0.5 respectively. Import and export price index. The import price index is a little high. Interesting. The export price index here, 3.3% versus 1.1, whereas the import came out a little bit higher at 1.9 versus 1.0. So all in all, I don't know. I don't think the market is going to care too much, right? Because does that affect AI? No. So what do we care? So far, nothing. Hello, market? Are you paying attention? Nope, market's not paying attention. They're like, economic data? What? Explain that to me. What does economic have to do with the markets? Anyways, yeah. So, all right, data's out. Market says whatever.
The market is just saying there is AI anyway. We don't care about this.
Yeah.
Not
fundamentals. Economic data. Yeah. What does that got to do with what I'm doing? I'm going to all-time highs, baby. Can't stop me. I don't care what your economic data says. Anyways.
Absolutely. All right, friends. It
is ridiculous.
we'll switch over here with Jared in chat room. Engineering the market starting now, which is nice because you don't get just Jared today. You get him tomorrow as well. He's doing Fridays also. So Monday through Fridays for Jared, engineering the markets. Could see his charts already up and ready to go. All right, guys, take care. Have a good one. We'll see you guys a little bit later. We'll continue here on X
Later.
and YouTube. All right, we'll continue here live with you guys out there. We were talking about PCT. PCT, let's go there. PCT, yeah. Here we are. So PCT high flying this morning, up 18%, 447,000 shares traded. Not a whole lot of volume as far as the move goes, but clearly doing some stuff here. Are they recycling garbage with AI, Peter?
They didn't mention AI whatsoever, so maybe this is not going to stick. But no, they have a conditional approval from the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection to basically get a create post-consumer recycled content as part of the New Jersey recycled content law and mandates. So anyways, they're basically, they've got a deal to do some recycling. That's got them gapping. Again, the market probably is not going to care too much. They are gapping up here this morning, but I don't think the volume's going to be in this. It's only 470,000 shares so far. And again, no mention of AI anywhere. So who cares? The money's not going to go here.
Yeah, that's not gonna flow. All right, we'll see what happens here. PCT up 17.6 right now. We'll see where it goes. I think it'll be a good popcorn ticker. The float on this, by the way, is 175 million. So it's not a low float. It's moving like one, but it's not a low float. So could be interesting in that situation. You know what? I'll add it to a secondary. Let's just keep an eye on it. Maybe a popcorn ticker. Just to see what it does. And again, how can we not watch PCT, right? P Capital Trading.
But did these guys, did they like recycle the wrong thing? Is that why your power went out? Is that what happened?
No, I think they're just, at first I thought, okay, the data center is taking all the power now. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking the data centers are sucking up all the juice.
Maybe.
But yeah, it was pretty wild. And it was very local. So it was just like in the corner. Let me see if I can show you this here. So here it is. There it goes. Now power was already out when this happened.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn.
So
transformer blew.
Yeah. So the power was already out, but I was looking at the window and I see this little fire. And I'm like, okay, let me watch this. Let me make sure it doesn't get on the trees and get on my neighbor's house here. And do I have to call the fire department or something? It didn't. And as soon as it's like a little fire that you could barely see it, but it was starting to light up. Then it did that, and like 2 minutes later, my the PCG truck, our electrician truck, pulled up there, so they were able to start working on it. And I guess a couple hours there we had power, but that was loud. Damn. That was very loud, and it kept happening a couple of times throughout the night. So. Glad we have power. First thing I did, Peter, is run downstairs and make sure the pump to the fishes did not get the water back in to create a problem, right? So that was my first thought. Run down there and make sure the fishes are good, and everything turned out okay. All right, friends. Okay. OMDS is next. Another one that's, you know what, this has been on our list, not really because we're trading it, just because people are watching it and they're swing trading it. Is John still holding this? Is John Rath still in this situation here? But I know he had a swing on this thing.
That was the beginning 15%. Of the year. Everybody thought it was going to be a beginning of the year big play, and it did make a big jump right at the beginning of the year, but settled right back down. Yeah, they had earnings. That's why they're back on our radar here. They delivered 50.1 million of revenue, which is huge. I mean, it was above guidance and about 10 times what they did in the same period last quarter, last year. So, you know, they basically had a good quarter. They raised their guidance for the full year to 390 million. So if you do that run rate, that's pretty big. They're expecting to continue to grow quite significantly. So anyways, there's some bullish signs on it. Is it going to go, you know, is it going to trade a lot? I don't know. I mean, they get great volume. 50 million shares a day gets traded on OMDS. So and they are on and off our list. So maybe today is a day where we could see some action. So I think it might be worth watching. It has the right characteristics. I just don't have enough experience with it to say how it's going to move, but it looks good.
Yeah, yeah. So here it is, friends. It does look good this morning, up 18.8, 12.7 million shares trade. I think it's worth watching as well. So I'll be adding it. Popcorn, I don't know. I don't see myself trading it, but I gotta say it does look nice pre-market this morning. CSIQ we looked at already. That looks good, so we have that on deck. We looked at Poet, which we also have on deck. Let's look at FPS. FPS this morning, we are up 12.8. Forging Power Solutions. So again, another
you need
energy.
you need these
I need
guys.
some of this. I need these guys.
Yeah.
What are you gapping up? Should be gapping down. But
Wow.
but they're up this morning, looking pretty
Maybe
good
they
so
can
far.
get the contract.
I know.
They talk about you go to their website, they talk about providing support for the grid, and growing demand on power means transmission and distribution infrastructure needs their support. So yeah, maybe your region should look into it. But anyways, they had earnings early this morning. Actually, they were one of the earnings plays and beat their numbers. It wasn't one that I was watching, I have to admit, because I mean, there's a lot of these. There's a whole ton of companies that are reporting this morning. So, but they beat their Q3, delivering 16 cents earnings per share, revenue of 378.7 million. They raised their guidance, all the stuff you want to hear out of a company with earnings. But it's a power company, so. And I have to admit, Carlos, you know what we look for when we go to all these power companies? I want to see. I want to see AI. Talk about AI to me, because that's what everybody wants to hear. And I don't know. They're talking about. They do mention data center, but they just sort of mention in passing. They focus on industrial and grid power more. So obviously they haven't got the memo that you just got to put AI front and center. I don't care if it's only 2% of your business right now. Front and center, baby. Talk more about AI. Their marketing department needs to get on that. So.
Yeah, I
missed opportunity for Forgent.
Definitely gotta use AI anywhere possible. All right, let's continue, friends. Let's do a couple more here, then we'll hop over to some of our other stories happening today. Here's Clark. These guys, a big pop all the way to 1660, back down to about 1408, and now back up to 1529. So doing a couple of swings here this morning in the pre-market. 2.4 million shares traded, so clearly in play. The float on this bad boy is going to be 195 million shares flow. So not a low flow, but trading kind of like one this morning, Peter.
Earnings is why they're here. I'm trying to figure out what Clara does. Still, they have all this data, and I still don't understand what they do. Anyways, I don't know what they do. But they beat their numbers in quarter. But their guidance was actually a little low. So I'm surprised to see them gapping up as they are, because they only guided revenue to about 10% lower than what the market was anticipating. So that seems a little disappointing, but they've managed to gap up despite that. I'm not going to trade this. Not for me. So.
All right, there it goes, friends. All right, let's continue. What else do we have here? Actually, we'll stop here. I see some other names that we are very aware of. NVIDIA, of course, up 2.2. I'm going to have that on deck. I see NBIS, which has been just incredible.
Lending.
We might look at that. But ASTS, Peter, you spoke about this one yesterday as well. But we'll go to you, man. What do you like this morning on the gap up that we have not discussed yet?
Yeah, like you point out, there's a ton of earnings out here. You can pick lots of them, and then of course a lot of carryovers from yesterday. I mean, as we're at all-time highs, you're seeing a lot of the chip stocks, right? I see NVIDIA, Marvell, DataWolf is on here. You didn't even know Kia made the list. AST, anything that's space or mobile, space, mobile, and AI, of course, is on our list for this morning. A couple earnings I thought I'd mention just because they're entertaining. How about Yeti? Yeti had earnings. no volume here, only 20,000 shares, but they beat their numbers. Still one of those surprising companies that is still independent to me and publicly traded. There's a lot of money in mugs. Who knew? So I like how Yeti, they created a market space, right? Like nothing that they've done hasn't been done before, but they figured out how to market the hell of it and charge a premium for it. So well done, Yeti. So, anyways, it's still a thing. They're still doing well, still beating their numbers out there. Other than that, Tesla was a mover yesterday, and started a little slow, but then took off and gave a great move. You know, we're remember when we were trying to break through 400 about a week ago? Well, we're well through that, sitting around 450 right now. So you got to keep an eye on them gapping higher. And we were talking about, things at all-time high, and I didn't even realize till you guys mentioned, yeah, Apple. I mean, it was over 300. It's now just under $300. But yeah, all-time highs for Apple. I mean, that seems like it's worth paying attention to. And then of course, I mean, we've got all of our friends in the semiconductor space that are just doing their craziness. NVIDIA made a comeback, as we said. I think having Jensen Huang added to he was like skyhooked into the into the presidential jet or whatever. Anyways, they did a flyby and picked him up in Alaska, and he's obviously making inroads, as Eamon mentioned this morning, right? Already we have news that I guess his presence made a difference, where 10 Chinese companies have been approved to buy NVIDIA's H200 chips. So that, is it huge technological deals? Does it mean a lot? Not really, but it's that perception of expanded markets, right? And if they're allowed to get those chips, who else can get it, and what else is it going to mean? But yeah, it was just a relatively small but influential group of 10 Chinese companies that have now been approved to get the H200 chips. This could have been previously planned, and it was just announced. I mean, I can't think that they came to a deal, sort of within 12 hours of landing. So, but this is what these things are about, right? Often it's sort of an opportunity to make a deal out of, or make a big deal out of the plans they already had in place. So, anyways, NVIDIA seems to be taking advantage of that and moving higher in the early market session here.
All right, there you go. I'm adding a couple of names here. I'm adding, I have Cisco, I'm adding NVIDIA, and of course Tesla. I think those two are trading very, very well. And I got POET and PCT at the bottom there. PCT more of a popcorn stock. I might slide that over in just a sec here. All right, before we get to our gap down, let's go to Eamon. Eamon, my brother, let's see what we got it here. Let's talk about our feature story of the day. Then we'll go to our social posts.
Awesome, yeah. So featured story. Today, the AI trade gets a new player, Cerebras. So I did a small research about it because it was quite interesting. And the ticker will be CBRS. The IPO's price is going to be around $185 a share, and they raised, I think, already $5.5 billion. Most people already know NVIDIA, right? But nobody knows CBRS, and that might change fast. What makes them different is the chip itself. So NVIDIA, it connects hundreds of smaller GPUs together. Cerebras, they did something different. They built one giant AI chip the size of a dinner plate. I mean, square, but still a dinner plate. And the goal is simple. Faster AI responses, less power usage, and lower cost at scale, which is interesting. And I think that's going to be really helpful and going to make a huge difference. Right now, that's one of the biggest battles in AI, right? Who can help develop these things that are in the back end? We see a lot of how AI works on the front end, but in the back end, there is a lot of work that's done, a lot of expensive work that's done. Peter, you want to say something? Sorry, I mean, it's probably something in my background. Anyway,
it's just me breathing heavy, probably, because I'm all excited about this IPO with Cerebras.
Well, it is actually interesting because, like we said, these training models, they get all the headlines, right? But running AI every single day, it costs literally millions of dollars. Millions, I think I underestimated, not millions, maybe even more than that, right? So that's why Wall Street is paying attention to this new IPO. for those who don't know, this company, they already tried to go public before, but they failed. So it's something to pay attention to. And back in time, they failed because too much revenue came from one customer from the UAE. Now the story is different. The AI demand is exploding, and the company reduced this that customer concentration. They have a lot of people who are investing in this company. But again, it's still a high risk, in my opinion. Yes, the valuation is huge. NVIDIA still dominates this software ecosystem. Probably the market now wants to see if Cerebras is going to be a real challenger or it's just going to be another AI hype story. And that's something that we'll be able to see maybe within the next couple weeks. Today it's going to be hard to judge, but this is small info that I found interesting and I wanted to share with you. And let's go now maybe to the social pulse. Here's the interesting question. Why is Jensen Huang on the Air Force One with Trump heading into Beijing? Because the market thinks that this summit is really about chips. The bulls see an opportunity here. And we mentioned that, so I'm not going to take too long talking about this. If NVIDIA gets even a small relief on China restrictions, the semiconductor stocks could explode higher again. Remember, in the past, every time NVIDIA got flexibility around China sales in the past, billions were added to future revenue expectations almost overnight. And now rare earths are also on the table, not only the relief, the restrictions relief, but the rare earths. And it's important because China controls most of the world's rare earth refining. And those materials, they are so important. They're so important for semiconductors, for EVs, defense systems, basically everything tied to the AI infrastructure. So the bullish case is simple. Trade tensions is chip restrictions soften and the rare earth supply stabilizes. And that will give us another huge leg higher in the AI sector. On the other side, this meeting is not happening in a calm environment. This is something that you also need to pay attention to. Iran is still disturbing the oil markets. Taiwan is always sitting quietly in the background, and China suddenly has more leverage than it did a year ago. Because US right now, they need stability in multiple areas at the same time. So this is why some analysts might be nervous, not because of what gets announced publicly, but because what the market might assume afterwards. And I think that's basically the real question today. One small positive headline can get the same as flying, and one small negative headline can just get the entire market to reverse.
All right, thank you so much, Eamon. We'll come back with some more stories that he has lined up for us here. Are looking forward to those as well. All right, let's head down to the gap down side of things. So far, my list: Cisco, NVIDIA, Tesla, Poet, and PCT. Peter, you want to say something? Today's Peter. You want to say something, Dave?
Yeah, I know. I'm just
Go ahead, Peter. Here. Let it out. Let it out, baby. Just let it out. We're here for you.
So, Cerebras is an interesting IPO. So let's talk IPOs for a second because we got two interesting ones today. We got the Cerebras, and by the way, for anybody that doesn't know IPOs, you don't know when they're going to be released. They have a target day, and basically there's a whole bunch of stuff they have to do in the background, and they do not release a time. It could happen anywhere. Normally, it's between about 11 a.m. and 2 p.m., but it doesn't have to be. It can be at any point. I've got alarms to let me know when it's going to be happening. I'll let people in the variable trader community know when this thing goes live, so we can jump right on it. As was pointed out, what's important is the release price. You want to know what that price is, and then you can sort of gauge actions you take against that. It's expected to be, highly bought, and this thing could go up. If it's going to be released at $185, then we expect it to start at $185 and go up from there, right? But the open price could be anything. Well, we got to wait and see. So that one is expected to be good. There's another company called AI Squared that is going to go, and their ticker is going to be AI. So remember C3 AI, they've got the AI ticker. Well, these guys said, we can one up you. We're going to use the ticker AI. But I have to admit, I'm reading their website, and man, this is bringing me back to corporate days when I would read the prospectus. I used to have to read the prospectus of a lot of small companies. And this one's got me choking, and that's probably why you hear me make funny noises over here, because I'm reading their website here, and their website. Let me read to you off their website. They've got in big bold letters: unlocking potential, fueling progress, surpassing goals. AI Squared is an AI-enabled, diversified holding company that selectively acquires and scales businesses by applying its exclusively licensed transformational AI platform for enhanced operational performance and margin expansion. Bullshit. Bullshit. Sorry about that. Something in my throat here. I'm just like, what like, when I was we used to play what we called bullshit bingo, right? Where you put all the buzzwords on a bingo card, and the first person to get bingo would win. I mean, they just used so many little paradigm enhancing, growth inducing words on that I'm choking over here, man. It's like I'm looking at their whole website, and it's all like this. They're, they got all these different transformational AI powered growth where lifelong entrepreneurship meets limitless possibility. I mean, you're hurting me, people. I mean, this seems like a legitimate company, but good Lord, tone it down a little bit. Anyways, all right. Yeah.
They made it with AI, Peter.
There's my rant. Yeah, exactly. Get off my line. Oh my goodness! Like, if I ran into these guys, I'd have a hard time. Like, what do you really do? Tell me what you really do. And then they pull out all of these charts and all this. Like, no, come on. Like, honestly, tell me what you really do.
They'll pull one of the greatest PowerPoint presentations you've seen, Peter. And I know you do some good PowerPoint presentations. You'll probably be impressed with the presentation. Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, sure. I bet I would be. But anyway, all right. Never mind. So, anyways, but it could IPO well. We'll see. Anyway, so we got 2 interesting IPOs for today. All right, so now we can go to the gap down list. I'm done. Let's get back to our schedule.
There it is, guys. Looking forward to it. And again, some people are asking when it's coming out. Who knows? We never know. But they typically have a time they want to do it at, right, Peter? Usually, but it could be delayed. We'll be on the lookout for it, but. Yeah. You never know.
We just don't know. They don't tell us in advance, so we only find out once it hits the market. And they do that on purpose because, for a number of reasons. But it also helps create that hype, right? It used to be a big thing. That way, you're watching for it, and it would help them create that pop when it gets released. So anyway.
Absolutely. All right, friends. To the downside of things, we have our gap down here. We got a couple of things in some double digits. stocks, RGNC. TDIC. I mean, it's a bunch of tickers I haven't seen in a while. So let's see what's going on here. Let's start with DOX, DOCS. So DOX, it is down 21% this morning, guys. So a big drop for them here. And you can see in the pre-market, not a whole lot of volume. I mean, they do have 850,000. The big move happened last night, looks like. And today they've got a little bit of volume, but not a whole lot of actual movement in the pre-markets. If you look at their daily here, they don't get great volume. Yesterday was one of their biggest days, and probably a lot of that because of the after hours with the drop. But you can see here they're doing about 4 million, 3 million. I mean, it's just not ideal. Probably won't have it on the list, Peter. Might move on from this one as far as day trading it.
Yeah, and that makes sense to me. It's an earnings play. They beat on revenue, missed their earnings per share. Said that basically, look, their guidance was more or less in line. However, it showed, if you dig under the numbers, that they've got a lowered margin. So their margins are going to be dropping over the next couple of quarters, and their growth rate will be shrinking as well. I mean, they'll still be growing, but they're not be growing at the same pace they had in the past. So, the market never likes that. It's like got to be faster, bigger, stronger all the time. So, yeah, DOX is taking the hit this morning.
All right, there you go. Won't be watching it, guys. I don't think it's going to trade well. I'd rather watch something else. So many other great stocks that we can look at, especially even some of the ones that were in play yesterday that can be in play this morning again. RGNX is another one that's on our gap list, brought to you by TradingTerminal.com, friends. 43 million shares float, so a little bit on the lower side. Lower price as well, sitting at around $8 right now. Yesterday was at 10, getting a big drop of 10% this morning. Regions X Bio. I don't like it. Peter?
It's a biotech. Look, they had a pretty poor quarter. They missed on both revenue and earnings per share, and thought they could maybe they could do a little bait and switch on the market and pull. They took the opportunity to release phase 3 trials for their Affinity Duchenne trial at the same time. and which is going well. That trial was good, but it's not enough for to distract Wall Street, it seems. So maybe that stemmed the bleeding a little bit because their earnings were so dismal. But yeah, they're still gapping down. Biotechs, we typically ignore them anyway. So whether it's earnings or drug trials, here they got both.
Yeah, all right, there it is. Don't like it for me personally. Gonna skip on that one. CSIQ is on deck this morning. So CSIQ, Canadian Solar, Peter, in your neck of the woods. And here we are gapping down 13%, 658,000 shares traded. For the most part, these tickers, we know these companies don't trade very well. This real estate companies and sometimes retail are just three places that sometimes just don't trade very good as far as day trading, right? So we usually find better stuff to look at. Solar did go through a stretch, Peter, where we had a lot of energy companies trading well, but even when energy was hot, solar was not one of the sectors that was actually tradable. I don't know, so not keeping it on my list.
Every time I see this company, it feels a little bit like an oxymoron. I appreciate the attempt to do solar, and I love my country here in Canada, but we're not exactly the Sun Belt, so Canadian solar's a little bit of a hard sell. I guess we get winter sun. I mean, it can be nice sunny days in the winter, and I suppose you could still generate electricity from that. Like, it doesn't have to be summer sun, but it's weaker, right? Because the sun's farther away. But anyway, Canadian Solar, they had earnings. They actually, interestingly, here, this is sort of interesting. Being a Canadian company, they sort of beat their numbers. They did 1.1 billion in revenue. They lost money, earnings per share of a loss of 71 cents, but that was on par with or a little bit better than analyst expectations. What has the market concerned is a significant part of their performance in this quarter was big refunds on tariffs. So they got hit in previous quarters by the U.S. tariffs, and then they got tariff refunds when, of course, they were on again, off again models here out of the U.S. So they managed to get claw back a whole bunch of refunds, which means that it wasn't really sustainable growth or sustainable earnings. So that's why they're gapping down here this morning. And I, like you said, Carlos, not tradable. I don't think there's going to be any fun to be had on this.
Yeah, we'll leave it alone, friends. And again, here on the gap down, we got a bunch of tickers as well. Some good ones down towards the bottom. Intel, which I will be adding to my list, as I mentioned yesterday, has been trading much better. So I got to start watching now a little bit more closely. We got Baba and some other ones. I know, Eamon, you had a excellent trade on Baba yesterday. So you shared that with the group. I mean, really, really nice. So some better names towards the bottom there. So let's do this. Before we continue dissecting that, let's go to the fun fact of the day, and then we'll go to Peter on what he likes on the gap down. But I got to say, it's a lot on here, Peter, but there's not much that's coming off like blockbuster that we like. So we're going to continue. We'll find something to trade, but I'm not seeing it like yesterday. Yesterday was so much that looked great off the top quickly. Today we're not seeing that, but I'm sure we'll find something. All right, Eamon, let's go to the fun fact of the day, and then we'll continue with our gappers list.
All right, guys. Fun fact of the day. Cerebras is going public,
Oh
and
no,
their main AI chip.
you're bringing this ticker again. You're gonna get Peter going.
Yeah, I had to. Just look
Come on,
at
man.
how it looks like. Just look how
keep
it looks
myself
like.
calm.
Isn't it interesting? Isn't it interesting? It's literally the size of a plate. I googled this thing. I looked at the pictures and look at the size comparing to the. It's like literally, it's 58 times larger
Really?
than the traditional GPU chip. But I think that's basically the key behind it. Yep.
Yeah.
Is it a U.S. dinner plate or a European dinner plate?
It's my dinner plate. I don't know how big is yours, but mine is.
Hey, are we still talking about the same thing here? What are we talking about
it
here?
depends on how big your dinner plate is.
Where's this conversation going? Let's go back to the chips. Okay, here we go.
All right. Okay.
All right. So, in short, instead of connecting hundreds of smaller chips together, they just did one massive big one. And I think this is a really good idea. And simply because of that, I think it has a good potential. But here is the trick. It's a new company, and there are companies that are bigger. So the bigger companies could incorporate this exact same idea, make it 10 times bigger, and 10 times bigger, exactly, yeah, and maybe more efficient and cost friendly. So if that happens, I don't know if this IPO is going to have big potential. But if the big companies don't bother changing what they've been doing for a long time, then this company has a huge potential. And yeah, today in history. Israel declared independence on May 14th, 1948. The United States recognized it just minutes later, and what followed just reshaped the whole Middle East for decades, right? Because many of the geopolitical risks the markets still react to is happening around that area, and for the exact same reasons, right? Oil, Hormuz, regional tensions, all the tensions around that area trace back to this moment. But if you think about it, it's different generation, same region, and it still is moving the markets 80 years later. That's it for me for today, guys. I'll talk to you at 11 a.m. Eastern back on YouTube, and we'll leave you to Peter and Carlos. Until then, see you.
All right, take care, and we'll see you a little bit later. And look forward to how your trading day goes. All right, Fred, let's continue here. Yeah, I'm looking at this website, and it's pretty impressive. The wording, the names, everything is just AI, big customers, OpenAI, AWS, Meta. I mean, the marketing is good. The marketing is good. The website is good. Everything it has what it needs to get things going here. So there's not one page you do not find the word AI. So it's happening. All right, friends. We'll see what takes place here. ChatGPT, of course, so people can relate to. Look at showing the thinking process. Very good. Very well put together site, man. I gotta say. So, all right. We'll see how it breaks down. Peter, let's go to you, man. As far as the gap down list, again, so far my list: Cisco, NVIDIA, Tesla. Not much coming off the list that we have on both the up and down, but there's a lot on here. Anything you like on the gap down this morning that we have not covered?
Yeah, we're seeing some of the stuff pull back that was up yesterday. You mentioned some of the Chinese stocks and Baba and that they're gapping down. EOSE I see on the list. Remember we looked at them yesterday. EOS Energy that were gapping up. Well, they did sell off. So they're on the gap down. Lunar, one of my favorite intuitive machines, just because I like space stuff. LUNR, they had earnings. They're like they had some earnings, but really for them, they're contemplating a couple of acquisitions. They're going to be buying a company called Comsat, and they're also going to be acquiring the Goonhilly Earth Station, which at one point was the largest satellite tracking station in the world, located in the UK, actually, in Lizard Island. Why is there a place called Lizard Island? Anyways, but in the UK. Do they have any lizards in the UK? I wouldn't have thought so. Or sorry, it's on the Lizard Peninsula. But anyways, it's in Cornwall, England. And so they're going to be buying that for 37 million pounds, it looks like, or at least that's with the filings they've made with the SEC. Lunar is gapping down today as a result of these expenditures, I guess, and acquisitions. I mean, I like them. I think they're fun, but I don't know. They don't often give good trading opportunity. You never know. You might want to watch it for just for the fun of it. Other than that, Carlos, yeah, I mean, gapping down. There's a couple of outliers, I suppose. The quantum stocks that were up yesterday are down today. So we've got quantum, clawing back here. QBTS, Rigetti, QUBT, all moving down here this morning. We also have one that was moving just north yesterday. Google. It's sort of a slow. We were watching this in the morning and never found a good opportunity on it, but it just kept going. Like it just was a slow climb all day yesterday to get to a new all-time high. And I noticed it's just off of that high at $400 a share here this morning. So I don't know if it's worth keeping an eye on, because there was no big news that was moving Google. It just, Google felt like, while attention was elsewhere, Google said, here, let me do this. and decided to take off a little bit. So it was quietly following behind Apple, I guess, as Apple was also hitting its new all-time highs. So in any event, might be worth keeping an eye on this morning. So those are the big ones, I think. Like you said, Carlos, I don't feel like there's a whole lot of exciting targets on the list. I feel like we're sort of another one of these. We're waiting for news, obviously, with a lot of expectations built on the Chinese summit that's happening right now. We're sort of waiting to hear what the news might come out of that, and we might get some mid-market day, right? Because that would be the end of the business day. I mean, or end of the day in China, and we might get some news in the next couple of hours, but maybe not. I don't. This is going for. It's going for from the 14th. Officially, it was the 14th to the 16th, I think, right? Which means it's going through the weekend. So, yeah, maybe they'll wait until the weekend to release the news, so it won't have that direct impact on the market. So I'm not sure what to expect out of this. You never know. Put a microphone in front of Trump, and you can get anything. So who knows what might happen?
Yeah. So far, all good news out of there. The one thing they're not touching is Taiwan, right? They're not touching that, at least not on the U.S. side of things, because I'm sure that's a point of disagreement on both sides there. But we'll see what happens. I think the biggest winner out of this meeting is going to be Tesla. I really think Tesla is the one. If I had to guess and pick and choose, I think Tesla is the one that can get the most benefits out of being on this trip. So I'll be watching them today. They traded well yesterday. We had a good opportunity, and man, I left so much chips on the table on this one. Oh, my goodness. John, everybody else in the chat room, you guys did awesome. Ran this all the way up to 450. Just incredible. NVIDIA gave us a little bit of a hard time, but eventually that second trade did get up to 226. We knew that it wanted to go back up there. I mean, there was just really great trades and opportunities. QUBT, just a bunch of stuff that traded well. So let's hope today we can have the same outcome. All right, let's take a look at what you guys like this morning. We'll start with Jay Abrantes PT, Intel. Let's look at Intel. I think Intel's in play. I think Intel's one that you have to keep an eye on. I think it's trading a lot better than I want to give it credit to. I know for me, it's a tougher stock to trade. But I said yesterday, I'm going to start giving it a little bit more respect and adding it to the list. So maybe today we'll add Intel to the list and see what happens here. 5.7 million shares traded, which is typical for Intel. Intel always has amazing volume. If you look at their daily, when they're quiet, they're pulling in 92 million shares traded when nothing's happening, right? You get them a little action, and look at that, they're hitting 140, 281, above 200 million shares traded. This is just what they do, right? So you give them a little bit of action, and they're going to do tons of volume, and you see it to get that type of volume early on. This morning already 6 million, right? So that's just what they do. I will have them on the list here. So they're pulling back a little bit, down 4.8, and I see a few of our semis again just pulling back slightly. Here's AMD down 2.4 as well. Also the ramp, call this the AI ramp that we're seeing here. April, and just look at the ramp; it's just incredible. So,
ramp.
Oh my goodness, AMD, MU. Another ramp here as well, just under 700. So all the semis down. Pick your favorite. MU was one of my favorites for a bit here. It's just getting too out of control with the pricing and the spread. So AMD, NVIDIA, and Intel are some good options for you to choose. I'm going to go with NVIDIA and Intel, and there's no way I cannot have AMD on the list. So I will put AMD on the secondary list because we will be watching it closely as well. All right, what else, friends? Off what you guys have this morning. So Intel is good. Clark, we spoke about Clark earlier. It's a hit or miss with this one. Typically they're not the best trader. We have seen them before in the past. Today's pre-market action though, really in play, really in play. Look at the moves we're getting here just in the pre-market alone the last hour or so. Up 16.5, 3.3 million shares traded. I mean, if you like it, my friends, put it on deck. I'm on the fence on it. Maybe a popcorn ticker. We got a couple of popcorn tickers here. PCT and this one are like popcorn tickers, and not because they are low floats, but because they typically don't trade very well. But today they do have a nice pre-market setup. They're gapping up well. They're getting a little bit of volume and probably can give you a good opportunity, but not typically my go-to. So I'll add them there. Popcorn tickers. We'll see where that goes. What else, friends? MU is not going over the 800 level. I don't know, man. I have, I won't bet against that. I will not take the opposite side of that bet because this market is just it has proven over and over again that it can do the unexpected over and over and over again, and we're seeing that, right? So so I'm gonna take the side of that bet. It's just wild. But when will the music stop, Peter? Is the question that everybody's asking. Not just you guys, not just us. Even professional analysts on Bloomberg is when would the music stop? Some people think that it stopped a long time ago and the market hasn't reacted. Others think that this is just the beginning. So, and these are professionals, people that do this for a living, that study this, that breathe and eat this all day long, and they're confused. So that just tells you how complex this market is, right?
Well, yeah. That's the $1 trillion question out there. Yeah. When does the music stop? And when it stops, right? How bad is the silence? Because it's I don't know, and I don't know. We've never done this before, so it's impossible to say, really. And that's why, as you say, the professional analysts are left scratching their heads. So I think we're all just watching and waiting. At some point, you've got to think that we're going to hit a saturation point, right? There's only so many customers for AI services. There can only be so much money available, but we haven't seen the bottom of the coffers for it seems like, right? Every time we get something new, there's more money for it. So maybe today we'll see if the fund continues or if there's any crack in the armor. The Cerebras IPO, again, people are expecting big things. If it comes out of the gate and no one buys and the price drops, that might ferment a little bit of worry. Again, we'll watch together. We'll see what happens. I'll let you know if it happens while we're doing the pre-market show here. I'll let you know. I think with the attention, they're probably going to want to release this earlier rather than later, but there's no guarantee. We just don't know. So all we can do is wait and watch.
Absolutely. All right, friends, let's see what's happening in our community. I think we got a pretty good list so far. We can wrong page. I like the ads that I'm getting here. So suggestions on stories. It's pretty good. This is good. Look at that. They probably think I like trading. So they're suggesting a book here. That's good. Sponsored. There it is by Andrew C's. And then this story also caught my eye. Passenger sues Alaska Air for a 200-foot turbulence plunge. That is interesting. Cannot wait to see how that plays out. So now if we have turbulence,
airline news.
If we have turbulence, we're suing the companies now. Oh my goodness! All right, let's see. I'm sure there's more to it. But
because they were injured or something? What happened?
I'm sure they were. Yeah, they were injured. And
you can't. Anyways, when you get a low pressure air pocket, there's not much you can do. Like, they're not detectable. It's just.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't. This world is coming to a very interesting place. But what is going to be very interesting is Thursday's events here. So here we are. Peter's going to let you know what's happening, how you could join the community, and also be part of the live trading with our members in our chat room here. Watch Brian, Andrew, and all those guys trade live.
Yeah, in the Variable Trading community, we focus on mentorship on Thursday. So each day's got a theme. Thursday's about mentorship. We've got 3 sessions for you, starting with options at 11. That's with Jared. All of these, by the way, are only for our elite members. So you need to have an elite level membership to be able to participate. Jared is going to talk options at 11. Brendan's going to talk about Market Atlas, which that Carlos and I use quite actively. It's part of the suite of tools available at tradingterminal.com. But he's going to talk about how you can leverage that and how you can improve your trading. That's at 1. And then at 8 o'clock tonight, we've got our signature session. Gary's going to be taking that over. He's going to be doing our evening mentorship session with anybody. Takes on all questions, talks about trades of the day or the week, reviews your trades. So it's really a great chance to get sort of a one-on-few type of relationship. So if you want to have just a nice session to go over some trades and get in depth on some topics, those Thursday evening sessions are a great time to do so. So or what did I say? I said 11. It's actually noon for Jared. Noon, 11. Sorry. Oh my God. I got to get this right. Noon, 1 p.m. and then 8 p.m. There we go. Now we got it. That's what's happening today in the community. If you want to join and be part of the Bear Bull Trading community where people speak better than I do, then go to bearbulltraders.com. You can find the different membership options. They're available down at the bottom of the page. So hopefully we'll see you there. soon.
All right, excellent, friends. Let's get some levels in place. Here's my list so far. We got Cisco, NVIDIA, Tesla, and Intel. Secondary list: AMD, Poet, Clark, and PCT. Those last two on the popcorn list. I think they're in play. I just don't know if they're that much tradable for me. So entertainment purposes for now, maybe we'll get something out of Clark. We'll see how it develops. But CSIQ normally does not make our list. Today, I think their action is unavoidable. We have to watch it, guys. Up 16.4, 3.4 million shares traded, up at all-time highs. As we mentioned earlier, one of the few tickers that goes back to the beginning of time. Not really, but you know what I'm saying. It goes back to 1996 is what we saw here, and this is part of all that madness with the dot-com bubble. We were talking about this earlier. Look at that. 1996 ran up, and look what can happen, right? It can come down, right? It can come down. Took a couple of years to go up, right? Wasn't overnight. But look at it here. Look at the drop we got into the 2000s. You guys remember that 2000, all the computers were going to reset? You remember that, Peter? Like once they hit the year 2000. I remember that. I had a compact. I had a compact computer with a CD-ROM and a floppy disk. Had one of those and 56K internet with AOL dial-up. You got mail. That was beautiful words when those things came on. But nothing happened. Calendar just kept going, so nothing. It was kind of disappointing. Yeah, we're all waiting there. It's like, well, the clock just turned, the microwave is working, the computer turns on.
All the computers would fail, and that
Y2K.
The concern was what would happen. I mean, we had massive Y2K projects to update software. I think it was because there was a lot of focus, and beforehand, everybody updated the software so that because the firmware was the problem, right? That it just couldn't handle a 4-digit date. It was all coded against a 2-digit year. But so much work was done on the back end to modify almost every software program people could think of that we mitigated the risk. But still, I remember it ticking over, and we were like, wait, are the lights going to go out? Right? Are we going to, they were telling us, I don't know if you remember the car, they were telling us to like fill your bathtub with water in case you can't get water, and you have candles in case the power grid goes out.
It was just so dumb. You look at it back now, it was like, that was so dumb, but we did it. We lived through it.
We did it.
I didn't do that. I didn't do the bathtub thing, but I remember conversations of that. It was just wild. But here we are, friends. Again, one of the few companies that has such an amazing history here as far as how far back it goes. In play today, we'll keep watching it here. Let's get some levels in here. We'll start with the high of the pre-market, which is set at 122.73, and then towards the bottom 116.23, and it's just a massive gap up here, guys, sitting at all-time high. So on its own little island, nothing else to add at the moment. So yeah, there it is. Cisco, just highs and the lows, and then we'll see how the price action plays out here this morning. Next is NVIDIA. Again, managing to get up here, guys, hitting all-time highs this morning. High of the pre-market, 232.30, and then towards the bottom, 229.12. Once you do that, you're set. Do not need to add anything else. Levels will be very easy. Towards the bottom here, previous day close. Highs and lows connecting all the major levels you need towards the bottom of the price action, and obviously above that all-time highs, nothing else to see there. Here's Tesla trying to get going, guys. So right now it's just slightly up. Was high as 452.08, and then the low of the pre-market down at 446.15. Traded very well. Yes, had a beautiful run from 435-ish, 440 to 450. So really nice there. And this morning trying to continue that momentum. Towards the bottom, we're going to pick off some levels here off the daily. Just going to go to the left and see where I can find some more confirmation and support. And it looks like 438.25 has a ton. I know it's kind of hard to see. Let me zoom in a little bit. But you can see here tons of support, resistance on the daily. Got support there, support, a little bit of resistance, a lot of resistance. So that 438.25 has a lot of touches. You definitely want to have it on your charts. And then above the pre-market high, I got another great level over at 457.32. So I really like Tesla. I think it traded very well yesterday. Will be on my list again. All right, here it is. I'm going to be heavily focused on Intel. I don't want to miss the trade on Intel today, guys. So it's going to be front and center for me. Every time I look at it, it trades horrible. When I turn my eye, this thing just has a beautiful, beautiful setup. So we're going to be hyper focused on it today. 1858, 1856 is the high of the pre-market. The low 114.44. And you can see here we're pulling back a little bit from the recent highs, also hitting all-time highs. You have 132.60. We'll slam that there. Then you have all the highs and lows for the last 2 trading days between 132.60 all the way down to 114, where we're at right now. Losing some ground. Looks like it wants to break this level here of 114.47. If it does, on the daily, we do have 110.80, and we also have 106.59. So we're all set there on Intel for this morning. So Cisco, NVIDIA, Tesla, and Intel for today. Peter, what is the team watching? What do you like this morning? What are you going to be focused on today as we get ready for this market open?
Yeah, well, in the Bearable Trading chat room, we've got Gary and Kyle that are trading live with our members this morning because Andrew's on a mountain and Brian's on some business travel. So they're going to be trading, and Kyle's going to be taking a look at Intel as well. He's going to be watching Poet, NVDL, which is one of the tracking ETFs for NVIDIA, KLAR, and PCT. So, why not? You got to watch PCT just because of the ticker. Mike is going to be watching NVIDIA and Tesla, and of course the scanners, as he always does. Jared's going to be taking an eye on Cisco and AMD. And Eamon's got a potential long on AMD. So a lot of focus here on the semiconductors. No surprise there. I've already sort of given you my list. I'm going to be looking at Tesla, Apple, because you mentioned it, Carlos, so keep an eye on it. Cisco, Poet. Also, of course, I will let everybody know when these IPOs happen, right? So we got 2 of them, CRBS and AIAI. So that's what people are watching. That's what they got their eye on. I see in the chat room or in the YouTube chat, anyways, people are saying, hey, tell you what, Carlos, you watch Intel, they'll watch Cisco, and then we'll let each other know when things move. So that sounds like a
that.
Deal.
I like that deal.
That's what we leverage. Got to leverage each other, right? So
yeah, absolutely. That is what a community is all about, friends. All right, 7 minutes or so. Or less, actually, to the market open. Let's get everything in place here, friends, so we can get ready for hopefully another beautiful day here. Peter, we're glad to have you. We missed you yesterday in the action here, so we're glad that you're back.
Yeah, it's again, it's sometimes you realize like it was so many opportunities yesterday, but every time I was explaining what I was looking for in a different stock that didn't set up, and then I would look back to the other 4 things and I'm like, dang it, like all the rest of them moved. So anyways, that happens. It's tough to teach and trade, I find, at the same time. So there's many that do it quite well, but it's not easy. It's a lot of work. It's not easy. So all right, let's see what we can get here today. Going to be a little more focused. I mean, there's a lot of secondary stuff, right? I don't see there's no absolute key thing that I feel everybody's eyes got to be on this morning. But like you said, Tesla's got possibility. I mean, Intel's been moving. Cisco is a maybe, but again, it feels iffy just because I'm not, in the habit of watching it. Poets, yeah, I mean, there's lots of potentials out there. So let's see. Plus, we haven't even talked about some of the usuals, right? CoreWeave, PLTR. Even the quantum with Rigetti and QUBT that can often move. Google, like we mentioned, had some good moves yesterday and is sitting just below 400 this morning. So yeah, lots of stuff. Lots of stuff.
Yeah. Bat Twain, 6-7. Yeah, 6-7 is that's it, man. It's old news now. 6-7. My kids are not running around saying 6-7 anymore. It's a thing of the past. No. I think I made a joke of a couple of months, maybe a month or 2 back. I'm like to my son, "Oh, look, 6-7." He's like, "Dad, that is last year." I'm like, "Damn!" He's already I say like that is 2025. That's you're outdated. I'm like, okay, fine. I won't use it no more. But yeah, it came and went. Like everything that goes viral, everything's so fast paced now, man. Every cycle is quicker and quicker and quicker. Back in my days, that 6-7 would last at least 2-3 years. That's how big it was. But everything is just cycles quickly. All right, let's see. So Mike had a great trade already on this morning pre-market, so he'll be joining us a little bit later. Mike, hopefully you're feeling a lot better. I see you in chat, so hopefully you're able to join us at 10:30 to go over that trade. And we look forward to that. So awesome. All right, let's see what else, guys. All right, what else we have? Oh, my
I don't
levels
know. I'm
are
trying to figure out
set.
what's my setup. What am I looking for specifically? And I'm not sure here. Tesla typically, likes to pop higher at the open, so I'm going to be watching the Atlas level 2 to see if we can get topside orders building. Right now, it's fairly balanced with a little bit of higher order volume sitting up the chain at 452, 455. So we'll see again that volume changes radically, or at least it can once the opening bell rings. Cisco, it's gapping up, but below the VWAP. So I'm looking for maybe a Phoenix trade here where this thing goes above the VWAP, pulls back, and then moves higher. I'm thinking, Carlos, it's just probably not going to be take a trade in the first 5 minutes for me. It's more likely to be later, but keeping my options open here. We'll see.
Yeah, the first couple of minutes, I gotta say, were not easy yesterday. We did get a 5-minute RB, but I'm telling you, man, these stocks like NVIDIA and others, that first couple of minutes, they're just wild. The way NVIDIA was moving yesterday up and down and pushing higher and lower quickly is very, very tough. So I get that. I might be waiting as well on that one. So not easy.
I don't know.
All right, let's get Market Atlas up and running, friends. Let's go tap into that.
AMD feels weak this morning. I wonder if AMD is.
Yeah.
We got orders at 4:30.
Yes, semis overall, they're just kind of pushing lower a bit.
What makes me nervous is the fact that NVIDIA right now is sitting at all-time highs. So it's that could be dangerous because it could just suck things high. And we got the anticipated IPO. So I don't know. I'm not sure.
Okay, here we go.
The VWAP as well. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to be watching AMD at the open here. Let's see if we can get. Oh, of course, look at it now. Pop up. See, that's the stuff that makes me nervous. But I'm going to see if it shows weakness. There might be a short in it. If it's long, I struggle to take those. Tesla. I don't know, Carlos. You seem to think Tesla could take benefit out of this trip. I
think they. If I look at the companies there, they're the ones that probably have been struggling the most, man. NVIDIA's doing its thing. They don't need this China thing, So I don't know. I think out of all the companies that are there, Apple. I think Apple needs China. They're at all-time highs. NVIDIA's the only one that's not there. So I think, as far as the stock goes, I think it's good for them PR-wise. So we'll see. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready. Let's get ready for the market open. And please make sure your coffee is secured. Your watch list is upright. And you hit the subscribe button before we take off the runway. So your co-pilot Carlos and Captain Peter are going to take you through hopefully a non-turbulence open at the market here, right?
Yeah.
So
we don't
nice
want a
smooth.
200-foot drop.
No, we don't want that. All right, so
that's bad.
That is really bad.
Okay. In case of emergency, use the cancel all button. Here we go. Here's the opening bell.
There it is, man. That's the bell.
Let's see what we get.
Let's rock and roll. I cannot open Atlas in separate computer and cannot find support in trading terminal to refer to this. Email info@tradingterminal.com. They'll set you up with any issue with Atlas. They will get you all set up there. All right, friends, here we go. Let's see what Intel is up to this morning. Not big drop, but drop off the open right now.
Market's pushing.
We'll see how this goes. All right, Intel. First day in sim. Nice, man. Nice. Love that. So let us know how you make out, Yusuf. Just take it easy, take it easy. I know it's sim, so it's easier to not have that pressure, but try to make it as realistic as possible. So when you go live, you can simulate some of that stuff you did there. All right, let's see. Here's Intel. Up and down, back up now. Trying to get going. Our Atlas for Intel. You know which one we forgot to look at? MBIS. That's another one that was very active yesterday too. So we'll look at that in a second. Intel right now, so balanced down the level 2. Hard to tell where it wants to go. So Atlas right now at the moment, it's just, you can't tell what the imbalance is. It's really orders to the top, orders to the bottom, and heavy orders. The stock trades a lot. So right now, nothing to decide on here as it's pushing higher at the moment. Tesla getting a nice little drop here. Looking pretty good.
Come on, AMD. I am short a little AMD, hoping for the move lower. I'm nervous about the pop higher. So yeah, stopped out at break even. Didn't work out for me.
Did you check Atlas, Peter?
Yeah, Atlas.
We did. Like it looked good.
Yeah, all the orders are to the downside on Atlas.
I see it the other way, man. I see it.
It depends what you zoom in. And
yeah. I got to
zoom in a little bit. You can see all the orders. So.
Okay. Yeah, that happens. Like if I'm zoomed out a lot, and then you're getting a big picture, which is now what's going to happen immediately, right? So yeah, You're right. Once I zoom in, I see the 231s. Yeah, I see that. All right, let's see what else.
The market is pushing higher here, which
yeah, things are changing. Changing.
AMD seems to be resisting this.
PLTR. I'll take a look, friends. Yeah, PLTR is strong, guys. Gonna slam that in our secondary list. PLTR is nice. MBIS, gonna look at that one too. What's MBIS doing? Not much right now.
Oh, I went short again on AMD. Got a great drop. Took a very quick partial because we dropped like $2 right after my entry.
Okay, let's see. But it's pushing up again.
It's
strong, man. This is not trying to.
Yeah. I'm out. I'm out again at break even. It's not holding the. It's not holding the gap down. I can show you guys.
And it's screwing up my play here because it is so wide, this 5-minute candle. So I won't be able to get a good 5-minute RB unless we get a nice pullback on this thing. Cisco is good, right above the VWAP. I see what you like on this. Yes. Cisco is nice. Let's take a look at Atlas, how that looks there. So Cisco. We got 1 minute, Cisco. Hang out. Give us a good 5-minute RB. Atlas looks bullish towards 120.
So here on the screen, Carlos, I can show you my two trades on AMD. Nothing major to see there, but
AMD. Okay. Yeah, you said NVIDIA. You said NVIDIA?
Did I? Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. You said NVIDIA. Okay.
Oh, no,
that's why I say
AMD.
Yeah, no, you said NVIDIA. So okay, I got you. Now, no wonder my information was not matching what you were showing. All good. Okay.
What the heck? I just lost some trading terminal data here.
All good.
So yeah. Anyways, yeah, it was AMD that I was trying to get. First trade lasted a couple of minutes, but I got it at break even. The second one lasted a couple of seconds, and I actually got a partial very quickly, and then out at break even. So yeah, not much going on here. At least I tried. Let's see. We got to wait for the next opportunity. Tesla did drop off the open a little bit. Went red. Apple also dropped off the open. Cisco is a hard play. Poet, all green candles this morning.
Yes. Cisco looks good to 120, guys. So there it is, the 5-minute potential above the VWAP on Cisco. I'm not in yet. NVIDIA bouncing back. Tesla going lower. Intel. A messy 5-minute candle, but the 1 minute setup above the VWAP looks interesting. Oh man, I think I missed Cisco, guys. I think Cisco was the one right here, and I think I missed the entry. It's not pulling back enough for me to get in. We'll love to be in somewhere at 118.41 or lower. It does look very bullish in the Atlas, and trying to see if I can get a setup. Stop loss will be at just below the VWAP, maybe 117.25, 117.15. Okay, we're getting the pullback. I don't like how fast we're getting the pullback.
I haven't had a good open trade in a while. It feels like
It's tough, man. All right, I am long now, so that was the pullback there. I'm long on Cisco now, friends. 5-minute ORB breakout for hopefully 120 is what I'm hoping for. Let's see, stop loss 117. We'll do 117.25, 117.50 is my stop. So let's see if we can get it going. If I look at Atlas, we're looking pretty nice up to 119.90. Let's see if we can get the setup.
The Qs have taken off this morning. They're just driving high. I wonder what's pushing that, because it's not the stuff I'm watching.
AVGO in the space, AMD. El Patron, you're long Cisco too, huh? Yeah, I like it. Let's see if we can actually get going. Hem doesn't like it, and Hem CSIQ does not look good for a long. Let's see. AMD did turn around and push higher. NVDA also a little bit messy. Cisco messy as well right now. Let's see if we can actually get our move. I like the 5-minute way to set up here. Very nice pullback. We got the pullback we were looking for. We're in for the 5-minute ORB. Love the buying pressure up here and love level 2. So all the signals are saying, hey, take this trade. We took it. Let's see if it's going to play out or not. So stop loss 117.25 on this one. All right, let's see here. NVIDIA. What did Intel do? I said I was going to be hyper focused on Intel, and I didn't. And look at Intel go now. I did say that, but you know what? Intel had it had a weird 5-minute ORB candle, so it was going to be tough to trade that one. All right, let's see if we can hold above the VWAP on Cisco. It's trying. Yeah, if you look at Intel, Intel was actually pretty nice here. Just wish it had a better 5-minute ORB candle. Would have been much easier to join that trade. Tesla. What's going on with Tesla? I see everybody mentioning Tesla. Let's take a look. At the VWAP. Oh, nice engulfing on the 5. Let's see if we can actually break the VWAP. So it's trying to do an engulfing pattern plus a VWAP breakout, which is kind of early for a VWAP breakout. But if you could combine those two, you could have a good opportunity. All right, Cisco, let's see. We need Cisco to stay above the VWAP. We want it at 120, Cisco, to make this work for a while. So it's trying. Here it is, trying to get going on the other screen. There it is. It's trying. Let's see if it can hold here. Tesla kind of failing that VWAP breakout at the moment. Yeah, see Cisco is struggling. Let me put it here. Cisco is struggling. Did try to get above 119. Had a really hard time getting above that. And now if we lose the VWAP, I'll probably be out if we lose the VWAP. I'll probably be out. My hard stop is 117.25. But I feel like if we start getting below this, our strategy is really not in play. Now it looks like we're doing a bear. I always get this one mixed up. Bull sandwich. Which to me, I think we're eating the bears. So it should be a bearish sandwich, even though it's a long opportunity. I don't know. Technicalities. Technicalities.
Yeah. AMD. Where are you going, AMD? I don't know what it's doing now. It's sort of at the high of day.
AMD.
All right. Well, it's the level 2 on AMD. Well, now it's starting to change. It was still bearish. Now it's got some
Cisco,
more
here
bullish.
it is. All right, Cisco right at the VWAP, still above my stop. Can we hold it or not? Let's see. Like, we still look so bullish on Atlas, on Cisco, towards 120. So I'm hoping these people that are probably taking profits, and we are up 16% all-time highs. That's usually a very tough thing to trade. When you're up this much at all-time highs, it is not an easy start to the morning. And to keep digging higher, that's probably very tough for this stock to do. So not saying it's impossible. I'm actually long, so I think it's possible. But you might get some very, very questionable trading right out of the gates, which we're seeing that right now. So, but Atlas hitting 120, and I think the all-time highs Atlas is interesting because if you guys remember yesterday with NVIDIA also at all-time highs had a lot of orders up there, but it never got there. It didn't get there right away. Like, it struggled. So I think that's something to think about when you have these all-time high tickers and you have orders up there above all-time highs. It's not the same as when you have a stock that's like Tesla, that's down a bit already from their all-time highs. I think it plays out different. NVIDIA did the same thing yesterday. Eventually gave us the move, but it struggled the first couple of minutes. All right. Again to VWAP. All right, we're ready to bail on it. 117.25 is my hard stop, but we'll probably get out a little bit sooner than that. I think if we lose the VWAP, I think we're going to flush quickly. If we lose the VWAP, we might have a big drop that happens fast. So we got to react quickly here. Oh, here's a better view. See, there it is. Yep, we're out. We're out of the trade because I think it's gonna flush quickly if it stays below here. All right, so Cisco did not pan out. Still looks bullish here. We'll keep an eye on it. Maybe wants to just take his time, but that did not work out. NVIDIA, Intel. Oh my goodness, look at NVIDIA go.
AMD's now on a runner here as it's moving higher.
All right, let's see what we could find here, guys. AMD going green. So you got the previous day close breakout happening there. So that looks good. It's too extended for me, though, so I can't take it up here. Tesla could not break the VWAP, so we got to wait for that one. Intel was the one, and I said it too. Stay with Intel, and I go trade Cisco. AMD, Peter, had a nice engulfing pattern too, man. The 5-minute, like, this is a really, I know the 1 minute looks like it's just kind of steady grinding higher, but if you look at the 5-minute too, like, I would have liked this to trade this here long.
This is where I still struggle to, because my typical strategy doesn't have me reversing my perspective on positions. So, I was short biased below the VWAP, as I showed you. I tried twice, and then I'd have to, flip my point of view. And admittedly, the level 2 wasn't fully supportive of this move up. Now it looks bullish, but it didn't for the first couple of dollars of the move. So,
yeah, I have the same issue too, man. Like, for example, yesterday NVIDIA, right? We took it long, and it failed, but then we had a good short opportunity. It's not easy to switch it back and go against your original thought process. It's weird. It's weird, but
could be.
All right. Cisco did break down. I'm gonna try to look this without any bias, but look at the breakdown here below the VWAP, and now we're getting the pullback. So technically, VWAP breakdown on this thing, but Atlas tells me otherwise. Atlas says different. Oh, this is gonna drop. I'm going short, Peter. I'm doing it. I'm going short, Cisco. VWAP breakdown. I know. Feels slimy switching positions like this, but you know what? The powers to be are telling me this could be a good short. Let's see. And that 120 orders is still up there. Like you still got heavy orders at 120, 55,000. So it's far out from the money now, but they're still sitting up there. So got to be cautious with that. All right, let's see if we can get low of the day here. Ah, come on. Seriously, you're going to go against me the minute I get in? Stop slightly above VWAP. As always, guys, never put your, I'm not telling you what to do, but I never put my stop at VWAP because of this, right? This one didn't work out, but let's say it would have. I don't want to be stopped out when the stock does this. You see that here? It touches the VWAP twice. This could have easily, if the buyers would have showed up, this could have easily came back up and we're still in place. So never right on the VWAP for me. Always give yourself a little bit of room. Same thing here. This might end up still not working out because I think Atlas looks actually not in my favor here. But let's say if I had my stop loss right at VWAP, same thing. I would have been stopped out here and this could still potentially get to low of the day, right? So always give yourself a little bit of room from where your technical stop is. I think that's important. If your stop is like the previous day close or reversal, like a double bottom reversal, you know, if your stop has to be the wick, just give yourself a little bit of room for those, you know, peasants that come and try to take you out. You know, you want to survive that. So I think for me it has really been important. So to do that. All right. So doesn't always work. Like clearly here did not work. But it would have sucked to be stopped out here and then the stock comes back up. That would have sucked. All right. Sure, Cisco. But it's trading so bad, man. Why am I back in this? Why am I doing this?
Why am I doing this?
No, I think it's good. I think the stocks we're watching, Ben, I think the stocks, I'm sorry, K10 at 902. I don't think it's behaving weird. I think the stocks we're watching are just not great. Like Cisco is not a great stock to day trade. I'm trading it today because today's a special day for them. They're hitting all-time highs, they're gapping up, and they got the momentum. But I think stocks like Cisco, just their level 2 is just not great. And I'm seeing that right now, so I'm in it. It's just messy compared to like an NVIDIA. Now, if I look at NVIDIA, I'm not seeing any hesitation on NVIDIA. The level 2 looks great. It's moving nicely. It's fluid. So I'm not seeing a problem there. Hashtag new chair. No, man. Don't remind me about getting new chairs, man. I don't have a chair. Don't
Oh my
bring
God.
that up. No.
It's
Let's
like
not talk
forever,
about that.
Carlos. You
Ah,
gotta just get on it, dude.
I know. It's just, it's like, the process of looking and searching. And I have looked. And I just got to pull the trigger on one. If I don't like it, just send it back. Just got to do it. No, it's got to happen, Candy. It's got to happen. My wife is not going to allow that. It's got to happen.
But
This
she's been remarkably patient. I gotta
she
say.
has been.
I'm
This Wednesday I got to
glad.
pass because this Wednesday she was off. So she wasn't working like at her desk. So she was just kind of doing stuff around the house and stuff. So there was not a reminder that she's in a needs a chair. So that was good. So I gotta pass on it this week. But yeah, it's gotta happen, man. It's gotta happen. I gotta give her chair back. All right, let's see here. Oh man, look, this is just trading so brutal, man. I am out of it. It is just so bad. Look at the way it shot up here. Now it looks like it's going to the moon, but I just can't flip my position on it because I'm not reading this stock correctly. So I gotta leave it alone. So two stops on here, guys. One long, one short. And now it looks like it's just going to take off, but I'm just not trading this garbage again, man. Not touching it. I don't care what it does. I'm not reading that price action correctly on Cisco.
Yeah, it's a tough one. We got
it's a tough
distinct
one, man.
difference today versus yesterday. I mean, I'm looking at Google just as an example, right? Yesterday, such a nice, smooth move higher. Today,
Yeah.
you know, just choppy nothing. Choppy nothingness. So, yeah, it's, you know, one day to the next. Stocks could
It's
change.
brutal.
Change a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, Ham, this one right now, this one here is great for range traders. For breakout trades, this is just is not trading well. So if you're taking it right short here, nice. If you're taking it long here, nice, because it's stuck within a range. I'm not a range trader, so that doesn't work for me. But for you, that's gonna work excellent, right? So yeah, not touching this thing anymore. It is trading brutal, and I think eventually it's gonna break out and give you a nice play, up or down. But right now, it's just not doing it. Looking at Tesla though, Tesla is you got a potential 5-minute RB breakdown here. I don't love how far it is from the VWAP, but this is the 1 minute and 5 minute look very interesting. But Atlas is not giving me any indication to kind of break the ice which way this thing wants to go.
Right.
Like it's really fair on both ends right now. So it's a tough trade to take. Oh, it's gonna drop. The way those sellers came in there, I think it's gonna drop. But Atlas says it's really balanced out. Like it's really balanced out. Can I show AVG on Atlas? Yes, I can. Man, what a rough day compared to yesterday. Yesterday was so easy. This is like, it's like hot knife through butter. Today is, we got a plastic knife through steak. Like, what the heck is happening? Like,
I love it.
What's going on, man? Oh,
good analogy.
Unbelievable. Here's AVGO. It's another one that doesn't look good, guys, because they just don't get a whole lot of volume. So I think this is another tough one on AVGO.
I love that, Carlos. Like a dull plastic knife through an overripe tomato. You're just making a mess.
Yes. Oh, I can see it now. Juice is all over the place.
Yeah,
not good. Not good. Never fun.
Look, I was gonna go short Apple on this bounce off the VWAP, and I don't know why I didn't pull the trigger on it. I should have. We'll see. It hasn't gone all that far yet, but I'm hoping for a low. I was hoping for a low of day push. It's bouncing back now. Yes, this is Apple. Apple, you silly animal. All right, AMD came off of 450. It's going back to the previous day close. I'm really hungry. After our court after our court win yesterday, my daughter took me out for like a late lunch. So I was having lunch at around 2 o'clock, 2:30. And but we overate, and I was so full that I didn't even have dinner last night. So didn't have dinner last night, didn't have time for breakfast this morning. So I guess I haven't eaten since lunch yesterday. And yeah, I guess that's why I'm really hungry. Get some breakfast.
I could do it. Do I know good scanners for 9 EMA continuation trades? I do not. So and I don't have a strategy, right? So usually you start with the strategy, then you try to find the scanners that can identify that setup. So I don't know anybody in our community that does from the moderators. I will refer to someone, but I'm not sure who does 9 EMA continuations. You know who you can ask when he comes on later? Eamon.
Oh,
Ask Eamon.
Brian. You got to call up the chat room. Brian's highfalutin it again. He's sitting.
What's he doing?
He's coming to us live from his business class seat on the plane again. Look at him. Sitting all pretty. Remember he did that before? He was busy live trading.
And the connection is awesome. This must be Starlink.
Yeah.
Yeah, it must be Starlink.
I don't think he can be Starlink on a plane. I don't know what he's doing.
No, they I think some planes have it now.
Okay, maybe.
Not his Starlink,
plane,
like the plane.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Because it is really a big difference when you're.
That's just showing off when you're putting your camera on. You're sitting in first class here on the plane, saying you could tell because look at the little backdrop. He's got the little fully reclining pod thing.
Got the fully reclining pod sitting sideways and very nice. Wow. Brian, flying to where he's flying.
Be that way, Brian.
Guys, I'm looking at NVIDIA. NVIDIA potential VWAP breakdown. Atlas looks good on it. We're not there yet, But let's see if we can break down. So keeping an eye on Atlas. That's our fellas over in chat are trading. This is Gary's screen, so he's trading Intel. I think he stopped out as well. It's a tough morning, guys. I'm 0 for 2 already. It is not an easy morning. Here's Kyle. Kyle also got stopped out on Cisco. So yeah, it's across the board. It is not an easy morning today. So careful. OMDS at VWAP. Yep, I see that. Failed a couple of times. Going to add it again. We'll see if it does a good view at breakout. Hanging his Starlink out the window. No, the aircrafts that have it. So there's a few United planes I've been on that have it, and they're proudly displaying Starlink connection, whatever. It's a big difference.
I haven't seen that.
Oh yeah, it's a big difference, Peter. It's huge how fast it is compared to like the regular texting, whatever. It connects super fast. Your streaming is crazy. Yeah, it's nice. It's really, really nice. So a couple of aircrafts have it already. You can see a difference. And it's expensive too. I think for jets it's like 20,000 a month. So yeah, for private jets. For aircraft, it's got to be more. I think for like a 737, it's got to be way more than that. But for like a private jet, Gulfstream, it's like 20,000 a month to bill for Starlink. So, look at you, Cisco, you piece of garbage. You're playing with us all morning. We're trying to take you short, and you do this nonsense and garbage. Look at that go. But we got to stop out. You can't play around with this stuff, man. I'm telling you, you want to survive in trading, you got to stop out. Yes, this sucks, but you got to stop out. Oh, wow. That is trading nicely. Yeah, Ford, they got an upgrade yesterday, right? And they're just enjoying that upgrade. Look at that. This is Ford today, again, up another 7.2. So they are just trading very, very well. So here's the daily yesterday. And here's what we got going on today. You guys stopped out on Clark. What is Clark up to? Clark is
Clark. Why are you calling it Clark all the time? It's throwing me off.
Oh, what is it? Klarna. Yeah.
As long as I know what you're talking about now, I can adjust. But you kept saying Clark earlier on. I'm like, what is he talking about? Oh,
Klarna, yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. I'm just calling it a ticker, not the whole actual name. But Klarna. What is this, by the way? Klarna. What do they do? AI?
It's
I bet it's AI.
No. It's one of those lenders. It's like a firm. You know,
a firm is payment processing, right? Firm is payment processing.
So Klarna is sort of the same thing.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Business.
Man, how many of these are? I didn't think there was that many. Klarna is another one. Oh, I seen their logo before. I didn't know what it was, but I seen their pink logo. Yeah, I seen that before.
You know, it's basically they'll finance your purchases, and you know, like when you go to Walmart and you can like pay in installments and for some exorbitant interest rate. Yeah, that's this type of stuff they do.
Yep. I seen this before. When I go to pay on Amazon, is Amazon that they'll have it at the bottom? I'm not sure if it's that, but I seen that pink K before. I seen it. All right, there it is. There it is. Klarna. Did not know the name. So these guys are up 13.6.
Tesla just put in a new low, but man, it's ugly. It was ugly getting there. It's really not pretty. Apple also sort of got to the low I would have been looking for. God, I should have taken that short. Anyways, silly me. Take the damn trade, right? How many times do I need to learn the same lesson? You don't want to know where Cisco's at.
Oh, look at Tesla now, man. I'm glad we didn't take this short. Look at this. It's just a tough market, guys. This is wild.
This is a tough market. Like I said, I think we're in waiting. I think this market is waiting. You know, we got a couple of things to wait for. Obviously, we got the trying to understand what's happening with the summit in China, which has some tech implications. We've got this IPO that's supposed to come out today that I think has got the market a little bit uncertain. High expectations, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. Nothing, no news, no big earnings, right? NVIDIA doesn't announce earnings for another week. So they're a week yesterday, I think, is when they come out. So see that.
All right, let's see here. Even Cisco pulling back a little bit here, but it had a nice drop already. That's a beautiful drop there. Okay, let's see. Oh, man, nothing. NVIDIA back up here. Tesla strongly back up, going green. All right, are we rallying now? I want to be part of the rally if we're doing this. NVIDIA's going, Tesla's going, Intel's not going. Intel's not going. This is
No.
actually potential good VR breakout, but I'm not trusting anything right now. Like all the setups are not playing nicely.
Doesn't look great. Even the stuff that works doesn't work in a pretty fashion. So
yeah, so here's Intel breaking down below the VR. But let's see if we get our pattern. Let's see what Atlas looks like. And we'll see what else we got.
Intel, what is the level 2?
Where's Chop Guy? Mojito, I think you're right, man. I think we need the Chop Guy today. It is definitely choppy. We were so spoiled yesterday. I had one of my best trading days yesterday. And today it was just like, the heck?
It is downside orders on Intel, 115, 114.
Where's Chop Guy?
I don't know.
We lost Chop Guy? I've been closing, and I'll send you this template, Peter, once we're done. But I've been deleting a lot of screens because we just got.
Okay.
I got 243 screens. This is crazy. It's too much.
Same thing. I'm just afraid of deleting them because you don't know. You never know what they're linked to.
So here's what I'm doing. I'm every day I just delete one, and then I make sure all my screens that I use work, and then I save. So it's a very tedious process because I have deleted some that end up messing everything up. But here's the Chop Guy. He is here.
Oh, you found
Choppity chop. Yeah, he's here. Choppity chop. Screen 193. All right, so this is normally where I would say, hey guys, a VWAP breakdown on Intel. Here's our confirmation candle. But I'll be honest, I just don't trust that it's going to give us what we want. But this will be it right here. Boom, boom. And the pullback could be in two candles too. It doesn't have to be one. But
we did at 10 o'clock have some minor economic data come out. Business inventories and retail inventories pretty much on target. They were 0.1% off. Business inventories 0.1% over. Retail 0.1% under. Nothing. I mean, the market, as you noticed, really didn't do much. So
Afterpay, man, there's so many. So Afterpay is another one. Pay in 4 in store. Okay, that doesn't. Yeah, whatever.
There's all sorts of companies that do that.
Yeah. The Afterpay one looks like the Cash App. Is it owned by Cash App? It looks like the Cash App logo.
I was showing my wife the Grab a Gun website yesterday.
Oh yeah, what did she think about that?
She just like the first thing she said, are those assault rifles? I'm like, yeah, for only $499, you can buy yourself an assault rifle and have it shipped to your house with the shoot now, pay later program in 4 easy installments. And
Shoot now, pay later.
you know,
That's
and
pretty catchy.
yeah, shoot now, pay later. I just like, I don't know. It's pretty. It's just so American. Like there's
Yeah,
no
this
other
is
place in the world where you would. It's just so American. Like as a Canadian, I can't even conceptualize being able to go online and buying an assault rifle. Like it just
yeah.
doesn't
In
even make
Canada,
sense.
you're not allowed to own firearms in Canada as a civilian, or are you?
Yeah. You can. You
Okay.
just have to. You're supposed to register them, and we had a big firearm registry program, which went way over budget and cost way too much money. But no,
Mm,
you can absolutely own guns and
okay.
firearms. But I honestly don't know the rules because I'm not a gun guy. So, but
Okay. You're gonna hate me for this, Peter, but I'm gonna do it. I'm
well,
short intel. I'm short
you.
intel. I know. Let's see.
All right. Well, let's see.
Let's see.
See if you get it.
It's got a good
Let's see. Let's see the
setup.
trade. Where are you at?
Yeah, I'm right here. Just got in.
Okay.
15 seconds ago.
Okay.
And let's see. It looks good. But
It does actually look. It does look.
yeah,
good.
it's just but everything's been looking good. It's just not giving me the continuation. Like Cisco, I think my trades were great on Cisco.
I don't
But it
mind
traded
that,
like
that entry.
crap.
You got a decent
Yeah.
entry on it. Stop, I assume, is above the VWAP. So
Uh, people are saying, no, Carlos, careful. I get it. No, trust me, I get it. This is one of those trades where I'm just like, kind of feel I shouldn't be in it. But let's see. Let's see if it pays out. It does look good. Looking at
does.
Atlas, I do admit Atlas does look a little bit balanced. Like there's not a huge imbalance. Let me zoom in a little bit, see if I see something different. No, it's not a huge imbalance on Atlas, but I'm noticing Intel's level 2. I don't watch Intel a lot. Actually, this is the first trade on Intel in like a long time. Actually, now that I think about it. All right, let's see if we get 114.47. But I'm very close to taking a partial because I just don't trust that we're getting our continuation, guys. So let's see if we can get 114. Yeah, you see these pops. We got about 50 cents here, 60 cents now. Let's see if we can get at least $1 would be awesome. Yeah, it's not doing
and there
it.
was a point in time where Intel, you get
Mhm.
a 15-cent move on Intel, you'd be happy.
Oh man, you were golden.
Now you're looking for
Well,
$1.
$1.
I mean, it makes
Greedy.
sense. With just,
But
just,
it's yeah,
just as you
times have
said that,
changed.
I was thinking, man, yeah.
That was never possible a few months ago. Ever
No.
on Intel.
No.
Things have changed. All right, let's see if we get the drop here. There it is. Okay. Maybe we might want to get that 114.50. See how it just comes right back up. Like it just doesn't.
Well, let's see what
Just
I can do.
flush, baby, flush. All right. Let's see if it goes. Yeah, it's gonna mess with me now that I'm in it, right? Yeah.
$7.
Here's what Atlas
AMD.
looks like. It is a seed
AMD.
of just colors. Go ahead, Peter.
God, I don't know how I lost focus on AMD. AMD made a not exactly a mountain pass, but that same type of style where it hit the high of day, pulled back to the previous day close, retested, and what was good is the high of day is right at $450. It's a good whole dollar number.
Yeah.
That if it doesn't prove to be support once it goes over it, it's going to be resistance, and it's clearly that's what it provided. Now it's like $7 below that. It's good move, and I just watching.
Yeah, what's up with my Atlas? You're right, my Atlas is acting weird on this one.
It is acting weird.
But what's going
this
on?
morning?
On certain
there's been a
tickers,
couple that
yeah.
have been doing weird things.
Looking
Intel was
good.
one that I was looking at earlier where it was doing weird stuff on me.
Yeah.
Seems to be okay now. It does look like it wants to drop. Intel does.
It does,
like
but I'm out of it, man. I'm out of it at break even. So out of it at break even. I don't want to.
It should have dropped. It should have
Yeah,
dropped when it hit
yeah.
that level, and it, yeah.
Yeah, what's going on with like it's not normally like this.
Mm.
Like usually I have it nicely set up. It'll be right in the middle here, so all the way down here. So yeah, it's not playing nice this morning. All right, so out of break even, guys, on Intel. We didn't get the flush down to 1150. I can't tell what Atlas wants to do here. Let me try to open it. Let me try to open it and redo it. See if that works. Let's see here. Let's see Atlas. Okay, so I closed and reset it. Let me see if it does work. Yeah, it's not Ben. It's not trading well, man. Look at it. Look at even here, like there. I'm like, okay, it's gonna go. At least our thought process was right. Look at that. It just comes right back up. Like, yeah, it's just it is very very messy today. It's not just this one. It's all of them. You know, Cisco had finally gave in here, but was not great. NVDA. Look at NVDA. NVIDIA is a chop fest. Look at the 5 minute, a little bit bigger time frame. It's just a chop fest. Intel, I think is gonna drop, but I don't want to take the risk on it, so we're out of that one. And I just don't see anything great. Tesla, I thought it was going to drop here. Here, I thought it was, oh, this looked like great potential 5 minute RB breakdown right in this area. Glad didn't take that. Look at this thing here. Boom. Shoots up all the way to 246. That is a $4.15 move to the upside and then right back down, right? So it's just very, very weird this morning. Definitely not fluid compared to what we had yesterday. So, turbulent airspace, my friends, what we're going through here. Friends, if you haven't done so already, hit that thumbs up over on YouTube. Really appreciate it. It does help out the channel a ton. Right now, we're sitting at 271 likes. Lately, you guys have been crushing it with the support, so really appreciate that. And subscribe. You want to see us trading live here every day, Monday through Friday when the market is open. Me and Peter are on. We would love to have you guys come back. All right, Intel, glad I was out here break even because look, it looks like it wants to go higher. Like we just couldn't get the break. Tesla sideways, NVIDIA stuck, and Cisco did drop and now pulling back. Let's look at our secondary stuff here. Poet had a great start, very fancy, and then just dies down and wraps itself around this VWAP. PCT, beautiful pre-market action, then has done nothing since then. AMD did get the breakout and just again, mountain pass, Peter, what happened here? Did we get a mountain pass on it? It looks a little messy with the drop and then the back up on AMD. So not the cleanest, but
No, it would have been it would have been the bigger picture. Like if you look at it, well, the 2 minute chart looks a little bit better to me.
okay.
But yeah, it wasn't it wasn't a real mountain pass, but it's just a sort of a similar type pattern.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can sort of see how it did that. So that you know, I was just watching for that. I was looking for trades. It was one of the few things that looked good. As you can, you know, I'm not in it, so because it wasn't quite my strategy, but it certainly would have worked nicely.
Yeah, yeah.
That's sometimes the way. Apple was the one that, frankly, it did work, but now it's right back. So I would have been stopped out by now on Apple had I taken that. So missed opportunity there, but wasn't a huge miss. So nothing big. Yeah, certainly a very different profile this morning than it was yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah, it sure was, man. We had a better opportunities, cleaner opportunities yesterday for sure, no question. Today much different. So still early, guys. Still not 10:15. Plenty of time for this market to do some stuff. NBIS here, I'm trying to make a new high, and I think this stuff is on our all-time highs as well. Yeah, all-time highs.
Jane, Let's do that for you.
What's
Yeah,
that?
because I keep talking about this Mountain Pass. Look, it's just a fancy named trade, right? Like a while back, Andrew encouraged us to name our trades, so I started putting names to everything, and it's really just a way that I track my, you know, it's just a name. Anyways, let me just call it up here, and then we can I can show you in one page what I'm talking about. All right. Here it is. Let's present it. In fact, why not?
Bitcoin accepted, Peter. I'm sure you got a kick out of this one as you're bringing that up. I'm just looking through our website here. Bitcoin is accepted if you want to go buy your firearm.
Oh, sure. Yeah, let's do that.
Uh,
All right. Anyways, here we go. So here in one page, here's what a Mountain Pass is. Look, it's a double top reversal trade, or it can be a double bottom. It does work on the inverse. See, it works just the same way if you're going from a long trade. I am a short bias trader, so I tend to think of it as a short trade, but you can do it either way. Bottom line, I have a whole bunch of criteria, as you can see, that I look for. I want something to hit a high of day, pull back, and then retest that high, and then fail. And once it does that, you take the short, you put your stop over the high of day, and hopefully you get a move down through the 50 moving average and the VWAP. It's very specific. It has, you know, really sort of set criteria, and that's what I like about it, because I can see it coming a mile away. It gives you lots of time to prepare for it, and you can manage the trade effectively. It's most of what I trade, but that doesn't happen in the open. It really happens mostly between about 10:30 and 2:30. So that's primarily when I'm looking for these trade setups. But hopefully that gives you an idea. So it looks confusing, of course, when you lay this all out with all these arrows and stuff. But you know, it's like you can evaluate this each step. Does it do the next thing? Does it do the next thing? You know, once you get to understand it, I find it a relatively straightforward trading process. But it's pedantic, right? Like it's not the dynamic type of trade you see people take it when you're trading the open. This is one that's, you know, it's got a build, it's got a big structure, there's a lot of signals and a lot of points of failure, and that's what I like, right? Because if it fails anything, I'm like, no, I'm done, I'm out. It didn't meet my criteria, move on to the next one. So it means you don't get them very often, but when they do, they work nice, in my opinion. So there you go. That's what we're looking at. Nike, let's take a peek here. What is Nike doing here this morning? Ooh, no, I'm not seeing any Mountain Passy type thing on Nike. I mean, I see how it retested the high of day, but you know, I got a number of criteria. Like it's got to move up to a high day aggressively. The pullback can't be more than 50% of the move up, things like that. Nike breaks all those rules right at the outset. So. Yeah, I almost forgot the garbage myself, Carlos. I went and I saw my neighbors had it out, and I'm like, oh, I better get the garbage to the curb. And it made me think of you, because now that my garbage day's changed to match yours, I'm like, all right, well, we both.
No, I appreciate that. I appreciate it. I have to start reminding you now. Yes, remind each other.
Oh man, see, like, is my phone listening to me? I just got a text message that said, "Get pizza deals by text." Anyways, Stop. Why are you teasing me?
All right, good. About to say, okay, so there's some kind of safety checks on this website. I try to buy something and that I know I cannot have in my state, and it did block me. So okay. Just wonder how quickly people could get in trouble without even knowing it. From the Gravagun website. So be careful, friends. Know your laws. Very, very important.
Oh, I missed my lawn guy.
What happened with the lawn guy?
Apparently he rang the doorbell and I didn't answer, and tried to call me. Oh well, I'm busy, man. Got work to do here. I didn't hear him.
Yeah, JC Trader, I do live in the U.S. I'm in a state. I'm in New Jersey, right? And if you can, if you pass all the laws to own a firearm here, you're probably going to be good everywhere else in the world. Well, in the States, because we have the toughest civilian firearm restrictions there is in the whole country. It's crazy. And you got to be careful. Like, I had some friends that they drove up from other states that are very lenient, right? They drove up here with their equipment, and that's you have to know your laws by state. They drove up here with their equipment, and their magazine was actually a federal crime. What they had here, they had a 15, and you can only get 10 here, right? So even that will get you in serious trouble. So when you're traveling somewhere, make sure you know the laws in and out of what's taking place there. But yeah, so I tried to go in there and see if I could buy one of those, ship it to my state, 15 rounds, and they said no, can't have that in your state. So okay, so there's some checks that they do, but you got to be careful. Any thoughts on BABA? It's gone, man. BABA for me, I think maybe starts to reverse here, but I'm not a reversal trader. But for me, it did break out nicely. But I'll be honest, I would have not taken this trade just because how tough this market is today. Today is going to be a red day for me. I got three trades. Well, this one didn't count because we're break even, so we didn't lose anything there besides commission. NVDA, no, we traded Cisco. We had two losses here. Long stopped out and then short and stopped out. Eventually did break down lovely to 114.50, but again, man, things are just not trading well. What's the other one we almost took? We almost took this one here. We almost took Tesla short right in here for 5-minute RB. You look at the 5-minute. Let me show you what that looks like here. You look at the 5-minute thing and it looks amazing, but it just doesn't pan out. Level 2 looked great for a short, and just look, immediately shoots up about $4, right? So it's just, things are just not looking good on a lot of things we're watching. Massachusetts would like a word. Massachusetts is worse. Jersey is worse than New York. No, New York is just ridiculous. New York is just New York City. State, I'm not sure. See, because when you look at New York City and New York State are like two different places. You know, New York State, upstate New York is a whole different story than the boroughs, right? So it depends what you're talking about. New York City, of course, is a whole different planet. It's a whole different planet, right? You can walk in there with a pocket knife. You know, it's just can't do it. You get locked up, you know. So it's just, New York City is a whole different animal. So I'm not sure what New York State is. So not sure what that is.
New York City and New York State are like very different things, aren't they?
Oh, very different. Yeah, very different. It's crazy. I mean, I think New York City's trying to ban BB guns. Like, you can't even have a BB gun. So it's they're wild with some of the stuff they do there. All right, let's see, guys. We got some stuff here. Let me see what other traders have done. I have not been successful this morning, but let me see the people that have been and what they actually took here and how they made out. So we'll start with some of the trades this morning. John, let's start there. John crushing it on AMD. His usual high of the day, friends. Look at that. Here's his stop. Partial, added. Partial and then added to make his new break even right on here, right near the previous day close. Added some more. Did not get the movement higher, but did break out at break even here. So nice trade, man. Good stuff on AMD. They put in a 5. I know this is a 1 minute, but they put in a nice 5-minute engulfing pattern too within this area, which was pretty clean. But again, I was messing around with Cisco, didn't get the trade. All right, so here it is, AVGO. Who is this? Harvey. So Harvey took AVGO, got in long, added partial towards the top, and got about one. Well, he got 2 R's in this trade. 2 R's in this trade. Very, very, very nice. Look at that there. And then Ola wants to start to lose some grounds and lose that 9 moving average. So Harvey trading very well. Salim, our good buddy, long, added, partial to our members, trading very well. This is NVDA here on the breakout. And Azinari, I don't know how to pronounce this, but Aznari, well, one of those two. Yeah. But here it is. 1 minute ORB, break long on NVIDIA, so very, very nice. Did initial stop there below the bottom, and target was 3R. Didn't get there, The wall sellers at 233. Yeah, this is where it got stuck and eventually got stopped out. So sometimes it doesn't work, but I love the details on here, right? He had his plan, very set. Here's our stop, here's our entry, here's our target. Document to the wall he got hit with, and then out before his initial stop, just because the trend has changed, not in play anymore. Yep.
Right. Oh, never mind. Busted.
I
was just watching CoreWeave. People were asking about the Mountain Pass. I was watching CoreWeave. See, it looks like it was setting up for a Mountain Pass trade.
Okay, CoreWeave.
So
yeah.
You could see how it hit a high of day. It actually had some good volume there. Pulled back, was retesting. If it failed on the retest, I was going to consider a short, but it just broke through the high and made a new high. So, so failed, right? So failed criteria, no trade. But I was ready. I was ready to take a short on it if it had failed at that high. Now, I was also watching the Atlas level 2. If you look at that, it did look long biased. There was a whole bunch of orders on the top side. So that's why I knew it helps with all these tools. I knew to wait for the retest. I actually had to wait because it showed that there was some strength up over the high of the day. So sure enough, right, hit a new high of day. I know to stay out. So this is the stuff that's great, right? Because it just keeps me out of trouble. When it works, everything lines up. I can take the trade with a high degree of confidence. When it fails, just step back, wait for the next one. No fuss, no muss.
Yep. So, absolutely. Corey's putting
Microsoft, for example,
a huge data center here in Jersey.
Potential.
Microsoft.
Are they? CoreWeave?
Oh yeah, massive, man. And here in New Jersey, people are getting upset because they started building in the grounds, they didn't see anything, but now they started putting the actual poles that are going to carry the electricity.
Okay.
And these things are massive and much higher than the regular electricity lines, and people are like, "What the heck is happening?" So they're starting to notice. It's too late now. It's too late. It's already done. They're starting to notice that that's not going to look pretty.
Maybe they connected one last night. Maybe that's what overloaded your system.
Exactly. They were testing the power lines. Oh, man.
That didn't work. Blew everything.
But yeah, it's like a $1.8 billion data center.
Wow.
So
you do have a lot of data centers going in that region, right? That was the original spot. And then of course, then just because they had access to power grids and all sorts of stuff. But yeah, I still think, like didn't they say that they were going to potentially, in the summer, they were worried about like air conditioning volumes. Usually that's the highest power draw, right? Is like a hot summer day.
Oh yeah. ACs for sure. Because for heating, a lot of people I still have gas, right? Yeah. So a lot of people use gas. You don't have that pressure on electricity as you do for the summertime. So Intel it's working. But man, it's like let's say even here, let's see if it can actually break 114.47, right? We're just not getting that flush. It might now actually though. It looks good for the break. There's the low of the day. This would have made it worth our while, but it's just very strange day. Tesla also going down here, making a new low, so that's nice. NVIDIA pulling back. Cisco trying to get back up to the VWAP. So yeah. BCT going higher. AMD just above the VWAP. So yeah, you got a couple of things that are actually trading very well, but for the most part, I don't see anything that I love. So it's one of those days, guys, we're not getting a lot of great subs. You mentioned Microsoft earlier. Microsoft pushing higher. Look at that. Nice big push. Yeah, heating was insane. The gas bill for heating was wild. I think 1 month we used and we had a cold winter, guys. Like this winter was brutal. 1 month we used 800. So like the bill came to $800. So we're like, dang. Yeah, normally it's like 500, 400, 800. We're like, whoo, baby.
You're gonna look at replacing your gas water heater with electric? Isn't that going the other way? I thought electric was always a lot more expensive than gas. It is for heating.
Not sure.
Huh. Weird. All right, sorry.
Yeah, not sure. But there's, you know what you could do with electric is there's more control. A lot of people are getting these baseboards are very efficient, and what they're doing is they can control every room, you know. So hey, they're not in this room, keep it at 60, you know, so they can save that way, opposed to having the whole unit. A lot of these units just heat up the whole house, and you might not want that, especially if you have an older unit, right? So electric heat is is extremely efficient. My dad was telling me some of the new construction that his boy's putting in, his friend is putting into the city apartments there or houses. They're putting that electric baseboard now with a control, Wi-Fi, all this stuff, you know. So it's becoming it's not cheaper, but it's more efficient. More efficient.
Okay. Huh. Wow. That's
so
yeah. Anyways, I never considered. Oh, so Microsoft hit a high and now is failing off of that.
yeah, see
NVIDIA
that.
also testing high of day here, retesting high of day. I just got a spam call, Carlos, where I have you heard about these calls where they're saying, hey, look, they call them pretending to be your internet service provider and say, we are putting in, we're upgrading your network to high speed internet free of charge, and but you need new equipment. So hit the button to get the delivery date and time of your equipment, and we'll coordinate the delivery for you. And what they do is if you actually do that and you think it's the phone company or whoever you get your internet from, they will send you a modem and it's free. But what they do is then they, of course, scrape all your data, right? So immediately all your passwords, all of your information gone, right? They'll take it all and they rob you blind. So it's a great investment for them because if you put it in, they basically get all of your money. So don't fall for it. What amazes me is even in this day and age, you know, as I'm listening to the message, it was an automated message, which you can often expect, and it sounded actually like the same person they use from Bell Canada as my provider, and they pretended they were from Bell. But it's what blows my mind is they still can't get the grammar right. I've never figured that out. They said like we are giving you the high speed broadband with the internet router. We're going to give you, you know, like it's just they had like thes in the wrong place. Like the grammar wasn't quite correct for a native English speaker. And I'm like, why can't you get the grammar right? Anyways, I guess I'm glad that they don't because it makes it easier to determine that these are fake. But don't fall for it anyways. If anybody calls, and don't accept their free router because you will lose all of your data.
You will lose lots of money.
You will lose all your money, all your data, all your everything. Yeah. So
that is wild, man. Wild.
How are you doing, Peter and Carlos?
We're having a tough day.
Morning, man.
Here. Yeah.
You had a good. Actually, I got your tray here. Well, you have it up now, probably.
Yeah, I got it up on the screen. Okay. Yeah.
Here it is. I got it. Yeah, I know you had a good trade this morning. You did pre-market, right? Wait, I lost your sound for some reason.
Yes, so the micro ES. There you go. Should have it now, right? Up there?
Yep.
Yeah, so this is that candle where the news came out, and the news was not positive, I guess you could say. So when it couldn't push back above this 74.95.25, I decided, hey, if we break this news candle, I'll take it short, and then I'll look to partial down here at yesterday's high off the market. And then if we get a follow through and we get continuation down, awesome. If we don't, I'll get stopped out if the market decides it wants to be irrational like it always is. I'm like, cool. I'll just get out of it. So this was a good one on the MES. This was a very nice trade in the pre-market after coming back after being sick. And then I took NVIDIA too, which was actually pretty nice as well. I got NVIDIA in the morning. Why is it not pulling up? Oh, probably because I need to select the montage. NVIDIA in the morning, I had a nice one. Unfortunately, it kind of pulled back, right? So I got in, got a couple partials up here, and then got out. I would have liked, I posted in the chat with you all, when it broke back through this pre-market high, I wanted it to come back and test before breaking out, but it just didn't. It continued up, and it looks like we're going higher. I mean, if you look at, I think we got at least 235 out of NVIDIA right now.
230.
I mean,
yeah, 234.50 had a surprising number of orders on it. Now there's a big stack up at 235. I was actually just watching NVIDIA for another mountain pass, right? But seeing those orders again, failed, new high of day. So I know that it's likely to move higher. So
the other thing, when you look at Atlas, look how blank it is down here right now. Very big orders. So, I mean, if you do finally top out, you could end up falling pretty hard, pretty quick to down to these orders here. But right now, the orders still are to the top side. This would have been I mean, you look at the 30-minute. 30-minute looks awesome on the chart. If you could have got in here, but it had rejected this level so many times that I wanted it to get through and retest before moving higher. And it never came back down to retest it. So not another good entry point for me. And then what I'll be looking for the rest of the day, really all I'm looking for is I'm going to wait for this market to possibly top out and then look to fade it back down. But you never know, right? So after putting everything in, we came with a gap and fade day. I'm hesitant to take any type of opening range breakout. You're already at the extremes, right? And negative news, but
AMD's back at 450. So yeah, this market's looking strong. CoreWeave is looking toppy to me here, but the Atlas is still all the orders are sitting above the current price. So it's still looking bullish.
Oh man, look at
the chart pattern looks bearish. The data tells me that it's likely to move higher here before it finally fails. So look at NVIDIA go 435. Here we come. Or 235, sorry.
235 on NVIDIA, right? Yeah. Yep. Like it definitely
1 penny away. Come on. You can do it. No.
Yeah, we're going to get that. We're going to get it.
Oh, they're holding it. Interesting.
There it is. See?
Tons of orders.
No problem.
Nice.
We'll just eat those orders. Here you go. And now we got 235.20, 235.50, up to 236. But an interesting order came in down here once they ate away at that. So, but still.
What do you say, Carlos, these days? Huh? Waka, 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 waka.
We need that sound. We got to get that sound. That Pac-Man sound.
The old Pac-Man sound. Eating through those orders.
Can we play that through YouTube? Would that get flagged?
I don't know.
That's got to be a signature sound, right?
Maybe. I don't know.
That's I don't know. That's like universal sound, right?
Is it like public domain stuff now?
It's like singing Happy Birthday. Are you gonna flag me if I sing Happy Birthday to somebody with that tune? Is that a copyright?
I think that's definitely public domain. I know that.
Right? It's got to be.
Yeah.
I mean, that thing's been out since the 80s. We're past copyright. I remember playing that in the laundry room with my parents.
Oh, yes.
Doing laundry, and it had the little Pac-Man machine.
Oh, yeah. A little separate machine. I had one of those.
My mom always tells this story. It was great until my dad gave me a quarter, and I figured out that, you put quarters in, you actually get to play it. Instead of.
We used to have one there were stores that you could actually rent video games from, guys, and movies, right? We had those back in the days. There was a video store, not your Blockbuster one. We had the Blockbuster one on 181st and George Washington, the big corner store one. But we had a regular local one, and they had a couple of arcade machines. They had Street Fighter. What was that? Was Street Fighter? It was like it was like a fighting game. I don't think it was Street Fighter. I don't remember. They had Pac-Man.
Yeah,
and
Mortal Kombat and
and Mortal
Street Fighter
Kombat.
were the
Yes.
big fighting
Oh man, they only had like 3 machines, and
Yeah.
Pac-Man was one of them. And go in there and just get a quart of water from the store, and just go in there and start playing. A lot of
funny.
fun.
Everybody has their favorite games. I know when I was a kid, I had my favorite games that I liked to play. I was an expert at Red Baron. You ever played Red
Oh,
Baron?
yeah,
It was like it was just line.
the
It was like just
airplane.
line drawings. Yeah, but you would fly and you had to kill the other. It was like super
Tekken. Oh my goodness.
super bad graphics, but it was great. And then later, I'd love to play Altered Beasts. That was one of my favorites. I like to play the werewolf guy.
Tekken, I think, was a little bit later. So Tekken is being mentioned in chat. I think that came a little bit later. Yeah.
Risk of Tron.
Good times.
Yeah, there are some good ones out there.
Man, look at this order at 236.
Back in the day.
I think NVIDIA wants 236 before it even attempts. Look at it. It's Pac-Manning its way up. It's just eating them up.
Yep.
Little dots. Yeah, it's just eating. Holy cow. Man, that would have been a good entry back there, but I had to have that retest before I would get back in.
No, man.
So-
I'm in a suspicious
That's okay.
website. These are the websites where you get in trouble in, man. This is where you get in trouble in. You start downloading things,
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Don't do that.
Don't agree to any cookies.
I already downloaded it. I already downloaded it.
What are you
Downloaded
doing?
the-
What are you on?
I downloaded the Pac-Man sound.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I'm not going to open it. We got it. It's already downloaded. They got the intro. They got everything here. Oh, boy. Yeah, I got to think about if I want to open that or not. Maybe not on this machine. I don't want the pre-market show to have issues.
Yeah.
I gotta download. I'm gonna download it on my Mac and then make sure it works there. Then transfer it over. Let's do that. Let's get some safety in place.
Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Oh, see, Rick,
Segregation.
I never
Yes.
liked Donkey Kong because I was never good at it. It was frustrating. I couldn't get the timing right. I like Qbert though.
Qbert, man.
Oh, where's
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Hit the wrong screen. We need Mike's
Man,
screen.
both these. Jeez, look at this, man. It just keeps going up and up and up and up and up. Market makes no sense. All-time highs.
Yeah. I know. It's just crazy. What are you gonna do?
I missed yesterday, but I didn't miss anything. Same pattern. Gap up, pull back, all-time high.
Yeah.
It seems all this week. Jared, though, we were talking in the afternoon at the beginning of the week, talking about SPX wanting to get 7,500. I'm pretty sure it got that today. So this week. So we'll see. In the pre-market today, he was saying 75.25 is kind of the top of it. So that's kind of what I'm waiting for. SPX.
SPS?
But
okay.
Yeah, SPX.
Mm-hmm.
It's the one
Dollar
Gary
sign.
always trades, but I think we get delayed data on DAS.
We do.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want the actual, if you actually want the actual index, the SPX dollar sign is the official actual S&P 500, but it's delayed. It's like whatever 10, 15 minutes delayed.
Is that because
That's
you
what
got to
it
pay
is.
for like a
which is
different
pretty much
data
the same thing.
package? Is it because you got to pay for a different
Actually, I
data
don't even
package?
think-
Yeah.
I don't think they even offer it anymore.
No, I don't think.
Because it was just
DAS offers it.
DAS doesn't offer it because it got so expensive for them. They just couldn't give it to you at an affordable price. So, but there's three key indexes that if you want to look at directly: SPX dollar sign in DAS, INDU dollar sign, which is the Dow Jones Industrial Average, and then COMP dollar sign, which is the Nasdaq. That's the actual official Nasdaq composite average. So those are the three that I keep here. But again, they're 15 minutes delayed, so they don't do much good during the market day. So that's why we use. So the composite index is the Qs. QQQ is the proxy we use for it, which is really just an ETF, and SPY is the ETF proxy for the SPX. So
looking to see if I can get it on Thinkorswim. The SPX.
I'm loving the comments.
I get it there.
I missed here about the Pac-Man stuff. Yeah, loving it. You were saying that Carlos' computer was a good man. Yeah. Oh boy.
If Carlos goes,
we'll know tomorrow.
We'll be talking to you for today.
We'll know tomorrow. If you don't see me here tomorrow or nice and early, you know what happened.
Yeah.
Pac-Man got my computer.
We'll know if it's not up and running what we have, right?
Oh yeah.
That'll be the last sound Carlos hears. It'll be waka waka waka.
Waka waka. Oh boy.
Whenever you get eaten by a ghost, you'd just be dead. You're done.
Dead. Unalive.
Let's see. I'm looking to see if I can get the SPX on the Thinkorswim. If it's live.
236 looks like it's incoming here on NVIDIA. In case anybody's interested, it's wow, what a move higher here again. All-time highs. It's just like, yeah, what the heck? Give it to me, man. 237, 238. Wow, look at all these orders.
$ SPX. Oh, come on.
Microsoft.
Let's see here.
Or not.
409 would be okay.
Man, and that's the euro. Number sign SPX. Oh.
It's funny how you have to try all these combinations and permutations, eh, Mike? You're like, where can I put the $sign? Is there a $sign in it? I don't know. Sometimes they like hashtags. You can put a hashtag.
I know.
Anyways.
What the SPX, you dumb thing. And then you go to Google and you get all kinds of different things. You know who I'm going to go to? We're going to pull up. If this one doesn't work, yeah. We're going to pull up Telegram. Jared.
Let's go to Big Brain.
We got to go to the big brain.
Go to the Big Brain, a.k.a. Jared. Yes. Let's see what he got for us today.
Let's see.
Did I say anything wrong?
We have officially asked. I just officially asked him. Hey, give me the... We'll see if he responds, though. Is he in the chat room, too? I don't know if he's in the chat room. I don't have the chat room open.
But he could be. All right, so Microsoft just set a new high of day, so another broken pattern for me.
Yeah, this is. I think this is it. It's pushing up there, but I don't know if this is delayed either. Like, I don't know if this is delayed data here. SPX, no other symbol. So, and then I just asked him, holy cow, look at that. I look away and this thing just keeps grinding higher. Unbelievable. My own personal biases are getting in the way. Like, this is just...
Yeah, it's one of those days, man, where it's just... It's tough, man.
Like, it's just, man, I could have taken that trade at 75.03, put a stop at 74.95, already had 2-to-1. Just, oh well. Yeah.
Come on.
So we're talking about Poet in chat
So
for a
it's real
possible VWAP breakout, but I'm not sure. It's, you know, it's we've seen a lot of great setups that just don't turn out, man. And this one here, you're seeing it again. I won't say it's a setup, but maybe B type setup, but we'll see. But again, we're seeing good setup that are just not panning out, man. They're not panning out. We saw a lot of them this morning, and we'll see what Poet does. But I see what you're looking at if you like it for a potential VWAP breakout on Poet. It's up 30% today.
So we got it.
Which one you have, Mike?
So we got the SPX. Here we go on Thinkorswim. We got it.
Oh, yeah.
So this is where we're looking. So right now we're at 74 something, 74, 94, 93.
Oh, see, there you go.
What we're
There's the
currently
pop.
at. So
Is that live or that's live, right? I think we're swim.
Yeah, this is live data. Live data. So Jared confirmed live data.
Nice.
So we'll see. So 75.25 is where Jared thinks it's going. We think that we should hit 7,500. So once we get up to 7,500, I'm going to be looking. I should have, oh well, should have, would have, could have, but I've had a good trading day. And after being in bed all day yesterday, just sleeping, I'll take this small winning day.
Oh, absolutely. So, always nice. Yep.
I was, I think I slept for like 18 hours yesterday. Just.
Wow.
Yeah, sometimes you need that, man. Need that nice rest. A lot of sleeping. You know?
Actually, I had trouble getting up this morning too, but I didn't sleep that long.
Yeah. Tesla is moving up to the high day here.
Yeah.
It's Tesla on its, when do we got Tesla on? Oh, I don't necessarily like that, but 455's big. 440 still hasn't been filled, but they keep
watching
stacking
Microsoft
above.
at high of day here.
So we'll see. Got the alert that went off on Tesla. But yeah, I ate something and then just felt terrible. I didn't like throw up or anything, but man, my stomach was hurting and I was just tired and I just slept all day. I would like randomly wake up and be like, oh, okay, let me check my message. Okay, I'm going back to sleep.
Pull back on NVIDIA here after it broke 236, but looks like that was the short-term high.
236.05.
Mm-hmm.
INTC is pushing back up. AMD 452.
Speed Lounge is up 18% on NVIDIA and OMDS, man. Awesome.
Excuse me.
It's an awesome day.
Nice. Great job. Tesla, I don't like this 200, but I do like NVIDIA.
We haven't got either of our IPOs released yet, so we're still waiting on those.
Everybody's going to be glued to their computer when SpaceX is supposed to be releasing. That's going to be a fun one to watch.
Yeah. When is that scheduled for, Mike?
June.
Do we have a date?
June, supposedly, but
Okay.
we don't have a date. I am still betting on
the NASDAQ was apparently going to fast track their processes to try and make it for June, but no confirmation of that. So
yeah,
nominally it's still scheduled for, I think, September-ish, but they're going to try and pull it forward, I think, if they can. Maybe this will be a test, right, to see how Cerebras does here today. Cerebras, whatever.
I still think they're going to get it in June. June 29th.
I think they're going to try. They certainly will, yeah.
June 29th. That's what I say.
Okay. That's your bet. We got prediction markets going here.
That is my bet.
It's got to be a prediction market.
I would absolutely put that on, what is it, Kalish or whatever? Yeah. I would take a June 29th
Kalisha.
on that.
Okay, maybe. Go,
yeah, Kalisha.
Kalishi.
I'd place a $5 bet on that.
We're so off. It's
I'd place a $5 bet on that.
It's
Kalshi.
Yeah.
Kalshi. I do not need to download that app though. Like, I need to not download that app.
We should take a budget.
It's a slippery slope.
Let's take a couple of.
Yes, it's definitely a slippery slope.
Let's say a couple of $1,000 from me, you, and Peter. We'll put it on here. We'll start betting. See what happens, man.
No,
we'll take inquiries from the crowd here on YouTube. Say, what do you guys think?
Oh,
look at this thing. Look, I mean, all right. Let's see. Something.
I just think I think they're gonna push so hard for June because they want to get it out. They want to get it out before OpenAI. They want to, and I think Elon has enough push and pull.
So
to fast track it. I did watch Margin Call though, Peter.
Yeah.
Yes. Tuesday. See, I don't even know what day it is. Tuesday night I watched Margin Call.
Had you not seen it before, or did you rewatch?
No, I've seen it. I just always like watching it, right?
Right.
If you watched it before you were a trader, completely different when you start watching it afterwards, right?
True.
Like after you're trading, you understand some of this stuff much more, right? And you understand, like, hey, the music stopped and I'm gonna be the first one out. Yeah. I know the music's stopping in a year or so, or in a month, so I'm getting out now. I don't care how much we have to sell in it at a loss. And that's going to be better than what it is in 6 months.
Right.
So.
This is very interesting.
I always find it intriguing too, Debbie Moore's character, how she gets kind of thrown out to the side, right? She's
she was supposed to be the risk manager, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was.
But I mean, what is good, like having worked in corporate environments, for decades, I can understand. She really had no choice, right? Like the corporation doesn't tell you, but they tell you that you need to approve this, even if you don't think that you should. Yeah. But I mean, it seemed like the way she was, the way the character was being portrayed, that she was complicit in it. But anyways, it's the game. It's the corporate game. Yeah. Sometimes you just get caught.
I think that's what it was, right? Like, hey, I'm telling you this doesn't work. And they're like, yeah, well, we're going to do it anyway, so sign off.
Right.
And she's like, okay.
I'll find someone who will, right? And
okay, I'll sign off on it, but I want to make it noted, right?
Yeah.
And then what's I forget Kevin Spacey's character.
Spacey? Yeah.
When they're in there and the two are arguing, he's like, hey, no, I'm going to the conference room because I've been around for this long. Right. I don't want to know whatever you all are going to talk about. I want no part of it.
Plausible deniability.
Wasn't there? No idea. I'm not going to jail.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Hey guys,
that's
good
fun.
morning.
Hey,
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 Eamon.
Eamon.
good morning, sir.
You guys have a good day.
I actually
Yeah.
did.
Mike
I
did.
see your micro.
I've
Mike
had a
did.
break. I've had a roughly break-even day, and Carlos has had a rough day. So how was
Yes.
yours, Eamon?
I had no trade day.
No
I
trade.
lost connection for like 5 minutes and I missed AMD long that I was watching and it got me tilted, so I just called it today.
Oh, good. That's
Smart.
smart.
Oh man.
That's
Wow, hey.
smart.
Smart.
I'm supportive of that.
You know, worst losses or issues are tech issues. They trigger you more than losing money on a
Yeah.
trade that you have
Well,
taken.
I
and
believe
Eamon,
that
you're
as
pointing
well.
out something important, right? Like as you mature as a trader, understanding those emotions before you take the bad action is so important. It can change your trading drastically, right? Because we've all had those situations where you can look back and say, "Well, I was tilted and I was revenge trading and I was doing all sorts of stuff." It's very different when you get to the point, and it's not perfect. You will still, take rash actions that
True.
you shouldn't, but where you can oftentimes say, "I feel that emotion coming on, right? I know I'm frustrated, therefore I'm going to purposely keep myself out of the market." It's hard to do.
Yep.
Yeah.
It
So
is really
good,
hard.
good.
It's actually really hard. It's
Congratulations.
always easier said than done. But
Yeah.
but I don't know if it is like that for you or not. But the tech issues are the ones that trigger me the most.
Mm.
If I lose money after I open a position because the trade just didn't work out, it's one thing. But if I know that I wanted to take it, I see it running, and I could not take it simply because internet disconnected, my mouse ran out of battery, or whatever reason, that triggers me the most.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, there you go. There's your
Yeah.
problem right there, man. Rule of trading. Wired mice. Wired mice, man. Don't
Oh
go old
boy.
school.
Okay.
It's too bright.
But I have an immediate
no.
reaction plan. I have my charger right on my desk, so it's just
Same
Yeah.
here. There it is. There it is. Exactly,
Absolutely
Mike.
not.
It lasts,
Right
Peter.
on this.
Things have changed, man. Batteries are good
No
now.
way.
This thing lasts 3 months before I even have to put it to charge, and it gives me a warning,
right.
like the screen
Are
will
you using
say.
Logitech?
Me? Yeah, Logitech. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
the
that
best
one
ones
lasts
ever.
forever. You just buy it and you don't
Oh,
charge
yeah,
it
they
until
last
you get the
forever.
second
Yeah.
one.
I got Chinese brand is what I got.
I got.
Yeah.
I don't
got
even know
two.
how to
I
say
got
it.
two on my desk. Both have wires.
Peter, this
damn
looks
it.
like it has a wheel below it. Does it have a wheel below it? Please tell me
Oh,
no.
They're optical. They're optical. Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
I'm not that far behind.
still it's so far bad. It's a red laser. I mean, it's without that now. It shouldn't have it. But
Oh,
okay.
God.
Oh my god. No. Keep it safe.
I know what to get
That's what
Peter
I'm
for
doing.
Christmas. I got him.
No.
I got
no
him,
way.
guys. I got
No,
this.
I'm not gonna use it. It'll sit
I got
in the
it.
box.
Oh, you're
Don't
gonna
do
use
it.
my gift, Peter. I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send it to you in a box. Oh, good stuff, friends. Friends, we'll leave you with these two great gentlemen, Kyle and Eamon, Peter, Mike, and myself. We'll see you guys a little bit later. Take care, guys.
All right. Have a
Thanks,
good
guys.
one. Trade smart.
Thank you guys. Hello, Kyle, and hello, YouTube.
Eamon, just reset your screen.
Okay. Let me do that. Done.
See if it comes up. I don't know. It likes that reset for some reason. I don't know why.
As long as it works.
Yeah, exactly. Let me see. It's coming up.
Oops. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna get the
All right,
chat
there he goes.
room.
Got it.
Awesome. Well, YouTube, how are you guys doing? Kyle, I think you did well, right? You did not have any tilting issues?
No tilting today. I had an overall pretty good day. I was happy with my execution. We'll go over those later, but overall, I'm up on the day. I think I executed well today, so I feel really good about that. And yeah, the chat room was great. Trading with Gary was great.
Amazing. Well, yeah, I can see now the market is at all-time highs again and again and again, right? Every single day we make new all-time highs. Just look at this weekly chart. Yeah, from 630 on the SPY all the way till 750. That's huge. That's
Wow.
20% move in a month and a half. Literally a month and a half. And it's going from 550 all the way to 720 in a month and a half on the Qs. That's 30. Yeah, that's almost 30%. This is huge. I don't know when the market's going to slow down. But I don't know. Probably the Qs are going to hit the NQ is going to hit 30,000. I don't know. Probably by tomorrow. I can see the 30,000 coming on NQ.
Oh my lord. Do you ever see the market coming back, like pulling back? This is insane. What a run.
This is the strongest rally we've seen in a long, long time.
Like you look at the daily, if you pull down to March 30th, hey, that's okay. Oh, hi. Oh, thank you.
Wait, when did we have this tariff news?
It's okay, you can stay. I got a muffin delivered.
Nice delivery. Love that.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I was saying just the pull from what was it, April or March 30th till now. Like what a run.
Exactly. No, that is totally true.
What did you trade today?
Nothing. I had AMD on my watch list today, and that's literally the only thing that I had on my list. I even had a nice plan on it to trade it. I wanted to see it keep selling off closer to 432 dollar area, or just keep selling off during the pre-market to play it to the long side. And this thing, yeah, it got as close as possible to the level that I wanted to see. The downside on it is that it made the bounce during the pre-market, and I hate that the most. I hate when I'm watching something during the pre-market and I see it making the move without me. So what I usually do if that happens is I mark the consolidation area that we had during the pre-market. I wait for the market to open to pull back into VWAP that coincides with this consolidation area, and then I pull the trigger. So I was watching for it and I wanted to play it the moment it makes a new 1 minute high. This is basically where it closed green, and I was like, the moment it makes this, I'll pull the trigger to the long side. Lost my connection literally for 2 minutes, just 2 minutes. And it's not tech issue, it's my cat. It cost me a lot.
Your cat?
I need to throw him out. He just triggered the modem, the router cable.
Oh, I see.
So he just literally got it disconnected for 2 minutes, and then the price was around here. And the risk to reward would have been really bad if I jumped. I mean, in hindsight, it looks like I would have still made a lot of money, but you know, never know real time. My plan was to play it up long here, stop loss here, and go for a quick 4-1. Coming back and seeing it sitting around here, stop loss would still need to be around here. Now the risk to reward is just messed up until the previous day close, which would have been my target. Maybe I would have barely made 1 or 1.5 hours. So it is what it is, not my day. Doubt I'm going to be trading anything today, but we'll take a look at some reversal opportunities. Not going to trade anything for sure because I know myself. When I'm emotional, when I'm triggered, I make bad decisions. By the way, I have this rule that I always share with everyone. Your stop loss, guys, should not be only a max loss for the day. This is what most of the traders are doing. Their stop loss for the day is a fixed dollar amount, 150, 200, 300, whatever it is. But your stop loss needs to be obviously dollar based. It needs to be emotional based, and it needs to be also winner streak based or whatever it is. So basically, if you hit a max loss amount for the day, that's where you need to stop out for the day. If you feel triggered or emotional or angry or whatever it is, that's where you need to call it a day. Or maybe if you had a couple losses in a row, for me, I have that also in my rules, I call it a day. These are my categories for getting stopped out for the day. It doesn't necessarily need to be a red day. It could be any of these three. And I respect them the exact same way as I respect my max loss for the day. And I think that's the way it's supposed to be. A lot of us have a max loss for the day, but we don't have any other stop loss triggers.
I need to implement that. I have a max loss as well. But oh, that's a great point, and that just comes with experience, right? Like being the cat going over your thing just puts you on tilt, and it changes up your mindset, right? Like your execution, like you kind of second guess yourself, and you lose your flow state, so to speak, a little bit, right?
Exactly. It also comes on how you teach yourself, right? It's like raising yourself as a trader. Usually, when we raise ourselves as traders, we have two holy rules: max loss for the day and daily goal. And everything in between is not as religious as these two rules. So I think that 90% of traders respect their max loss for the day. They set it from the start because they read it literally everywhere, they watch it everywhere, and if they hit their maxes for the day, just call it a day. 90% of traders respect that. Less traders maybe respect the daily goal, but the majority also respect that. But there is something else that should also be as religious as these two rules, which is maybe emotions. You know under which type of emotions you're performing the best and under which type of emotions you're performing the worst. And these emotions should also be a trigger for your loss for the day, which should be as important as your max loss for the day. If you start um, teaching yourself that trading while under emotions is the exact same thing as trading under my max loss, you'll probably respect these rules easier.
100%. I just shared my trade with you in the Telegram.
Oh yeah, thank you. Let's take a look at this.
Yeah, Candy, I agree with you in the chat group. I've been meditating for about a year and a half now. I read a lot of kind of like self-help books and things like that, like Power Yourself. This is the book I'm reading right now. I love this book. Not to give them a plug, but Power Your Subconscious Mind. But yeah, obviously, like the trading is so much mental, right? So meditating a little bit in the morning, it can help you, be calm and come into the market with a clear mind, and you're not thinking about anything until your cat runs across your keyboard.
Or dog.
Yeah, so my Intel trade, I was very happy. I traded Intel and then Cisco. The old me never would have stopped out here. Like I did the 1 minute opening range breakout, wasn't there. Volume came in, got stopped out there. And this is what I've really learned, especially in the funded accounts as well. Like you can just get back in, especially at the open. There's so much volume and volatility. If you're wrong, just get out. Like that was a very, very small loss. I was tier 2 size on this because I don't love the 200 EMA, but just get stopped out. It's part of the game. It's going to happen. Just don't hold it, because if I held that trade another probably 15 seconds and that thing broke the low of the day there, that's how you blow accounts. And that's how I've blown funded accounts, is doing that stuff, right? So just get stopped out. And this was a great example. We traded this live in the chat room today. Gary traded Intel as well, but comes back down. It grabs a little liquidity, comes back up, squeezes through VWAP, boom, enter again. I went full size on this, couple partials added, went to the high day, added one more time, and then I got stopped out after that big pullback there. So I was really happy with my execution today, and yeah, it was a good day. I'm happy overall.
Well done. That was amazing. Well, guys, there it is. This is the cause of the problem. There it is.
There he is.
There he is. The cause of all the problems. Yeah, you know that.
He's waving.
Wow.
Hello. What's his name?
Cooper.
Cooper. All right.
Yeah, exactly. The cause of everything. So yeah, this is actually a really good trade. I love it. And by the way, what you pointed, cutting out trade once it goes against you, especially at the open, is a smart thing, because you can always get back in. Obviously, you do not want to just be in, out, in, out, in, out. There are moments where you need to do that, and there are moments where you need to respect the original stop loss or give it some room to breathe. Because a lot of times, cutting it at small losses will give you even bigger loss than respecting it one time. So you need to know when. you need to do that, and when you need to re-enter. At the open, once it goes against you, you know that you can re-enter at the same place. But later during the day, if you enter and you get sold out at break even, the re-entry is going to give you way worse price, way worse average. And the second time, you're going to definitely get that full loss. So you need to balance it. But really, a nice trade, Kyle.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, this is a Bengal cat. He's really smart, to be honest, and he even follows a few commands. He knows how to sit, how to roll, give its
Wow.
paw. Yeah,
Not
so
even my dog
it's
knows how to do that. No, he does. How's my mic? I've set up my new mic. I just wanted to, is it okay for volume?
Yes, it is. It's
Okay, good.
actually
Sorry.
good.
Okay,
Finally fixed it.
good. Well, my camera has a mic, so I was using that. But yeah, so I bought this one. So anyways, here we are. We're good to go.
Awesome. So someone is asking about Tesla.
Tesla.
Why is my dash trader freezing? Okay, all good. There it is. So let's see what we have around here. Tesla looks solid on the daily chart for a long, solid on the weekly chart. Hourly chart looks solid for a long as well. We just made a small fake breakdown during the pre-market, which is here. Small reverse head and shoulders pattern with the retest. Ideal entry would have been around VWAP, but I think it's still going to offer another good entry to the long side. And I think there is a chance that this thing is going to break the high of the day and go higher. This is definitely not a good entry right now because of the 3 candlestick roll, and we know that after 3 candlesticks, it will probably make a pullback before the continuation. But I think it's a good one to watch for sure. I love it. What do you think about
a question here? Mo is asking, good morning. I looked at your trades on your trading terminal leaderboard. They're at different stocks. Yeah, so for the majority, I look at the trading terminal scanner in the mornings, and I just watch the morning show with Carlos and Peter, and I just kind of narrow my stock selection down from there. Carlos does a really good job of like stock selections, right? And I love the scanner, so I don't always trade the Meg 7. They're safe stocks to trade, obviously, but yeah, there's always bigger movers out there sometimes, right? Like if you want to trade a low float, it all depends. Like for my funded account, I've mentioned this a few times before. It depends on how far along the journey you are on it. When you're first starting out, personally, I don't trade low floats. Like trade the Meg 7s. You can go back on my calendar and you can see for the first month, I just trade the Megs, and then after that, I'll go into some semiconductors with like a $30 to a $75 price range, where you can take a little bit more share size. But like with I've been on 3 funded accounts now. My risk goes up as I build a little bit of equity in the funded account. I do not recommend doing that. If you're just getting started, use the fixed risk, use the same risk every trade. And that's how you'll build consistency. If you're just getting started, always risk that 1%. And you can email me at kyle@bearabletraders.com, and I'm happy to answer any questions you have there.
Thank you. And I agree with Kyle, by the way, guys. You want to trade stocks with predictable behavior. There are stocks where if it's ranging, it's going to be ranging. Once it breaks, it starts trending. Once it downtrends, it starts downtrending. And there are stocks that could do nothing. Like this, for example. Like gold is horrible, honestly, to trade, at least on ETF, I think, or on a stock. I think beyond one of these ugly ones that literally does nothing intraday. So you need to, picking a stock is one of the most important things to do. And the Mag 7 are probably the best ones. Apple, AMD, NVDA, Tesla, MU, you could do Amazon, you could do Meta. These stocks are clean. When they trend, they trend. When they chop, they chop. You can literally play bounce from areas, or you can play trend continuations. You can go for reversals. These are amazing, longer term. But you do not want to get yourself chopped out on a day where it doesn't work. Exactly, Jay String. You're only as good as the trade you trade. We already analyzed Tesla. again, it's not a call out service. I don't want you to follow this call blind. Like I said, I do believe this thing is going to make it to the high of the day and more. The best entry would have been around here. This is a little bit late risk to reward wise, but all the time frames is screaming long for now at least. How does Atlas look on it? Yeah, even Atlas is supporting the long idea, so this thing looks good for long.
Yeah, please email me. I'm happy to answer any questions you have about the funded account. It's one thing is just remember it's an educational tool, right? Like it's not there to make money. It is nice if you can come out top and have some money. And to confirm, I've blown up 4 funded accounts. Sure, I've made profit on 3 of them, but it's not a get rich quick scheme. Like that's not what trading is, right? It's there for an educational system, and for you to build your trade book and just get comfortable with trading, right? Show up to the YouTube channel with us every day, and we'll do our best to help you out where we can. Eamon is an unbelievable trader, and we're lucky to have him here. And this is free, right? So don't forget to give us a little bit of a like and subscribe to the channel. But we're here for your journey too, right? Like I started 2.5 years ago. The only community I've ever been with is Bear Bull Traders. I bought his book 3 years ago. It's on my desk. I read it and I signed up to the community. I did the weekly thing for $39, and then I bought a yearly membership, and the rest is history. Like it's an unbelievable community, but you get out what you put in, right? If you want to put the energy into it, you're going to be successful. So enjoy the ride.
Exactly. Now, saying if you were in Tesla, what would have been your target? I think I would keep holding it all the way until 449 for a first target, and then maybe the break of the high of the day. ATR wise, this thing has a lot of room to run. It's 15, right? Dollar on Tesla, yeah, around $15 ATR, and we're literally sitting around $5 move. It still has a lot hidden, and it's probably going to make the run by the, maybe closer to midday, end of the day. The real question is to the upside or to the downside, right? So, but I'm more long biased at the moment. Looking at all the time frames, it looks good, but we'll see. Anything can change. And does the funded account come with trading terminal subscription? No, trading terminal subscription is a separate one. Funded account is a separate one. You need $99 active subscription for trading terminal plus one-time payment $299 for funded account. So it's a total of approximately $599. Might seem like a big value, but trust me, it's not. Because first of all, trading terminal gives you the other tools that you need as a trader. It gives you Atlas, it gives you simulator, it gives you replay, it gives you educational material, journaling, a lot. The funded account just gives you the money to trade with. It gives you $50,000 with a max loss of $2,000. If you lose $2,000 in your own account, you lost $2,000. But if you lose $2,000 in a funded account, just lost $299. That's the way to think about it. Now look, guys, if you are trading with your own money and you have, for example, a $50 risk per month, then yeah, maybe funded account is not for you because you can lose less on your real account than funded account. But if your risk in a real account is somewhere around 300, 200, maybe 100 and something per month, then funded account would probably be the tool for you. Tradingterminal.com, by the way. Someone is asking about the funded account. You can go to tradingterminal.com and play around there. Yeah, by the way, the Trading Terminal gives you 1 week $9 trial, I think. It's $9. I didn't know that.
Oh, me neither. There you go.
Yeah.
I think the funded account as well did go up. Or there is a coupon code, I think, for the funded account. I don't know if we're giving those out. Maybe I shouldn't even say anything, but I think he raised it $100.
I have no idea about this, so I don't know.
Let me see.
I mean, do you expect any reversals today? Yeah, later during the day, probably on the market. Right now, I don't see anything setting up. The only play that is good right now is Tesla. That's what I see. For a long play, at least it's something that still did not make the move. Let's see what else we have. You can go answering questions. If there is anything while I go through the list and maybe find something interesting to trade.
I had Cisco on my watch. I'm kind of watching Cisco a little bit. They had earnings, but it's been consolidating here for a little bit.
Yeah, it's difficult to trade stocks that had the news or earnings unless it's the open momentum because there is a big gap to the bottom, right? And it could just chop in this ugly price action. And the later we go throughout the day, the less volume it is going to have. So the less the consolidation or the range is going to be. Usually these type of stocks give you a good midday momentum burst, like one more leg. But I don't know. I'm not playing these.
Yeah,
But
I'm
makes
not
sense. I
doing
think it is going to make something for sure.
And this is part of my trade book as well. And it's just I usually don't trade this late. Like I'm trying to do it a little bit more for YouTube. Like I'll take a very small share size, but I'm usually done by around 11 o'clock. So
Good.
I'm
I mean,
trying to get better.
I'm usually done by 10:15, maybe
Yeah,
even
there we
10.
go.
That's it. But then I usually take one trade either on YouTube, either in the chat room, just for the sake of the show.
Just for the sake of it, yeah.
If there is something. But today I'm not going to trade because I can still feel it. I'm still feeling emotional about that AMD trade. It just triggered me. It's not the end of the world, to be honest. I mean, missing a trade opportunity right now. There'll be another one later today. There'll be another one tomorrow. By the way, MU is interesting. This one is totally worth keeping an eye on.
MU?
Yeah, I think this one could be interesting trade. We have this consolidation area on it, which is not the low of the day. So probably you want to have your entry as close as possible to the bottom quarter, somewhere around here, for a long targeting closer to the $800 area for a first target. We'll see if it's going to do that, but MU looks interesting. If it ends up just selling off, then 782 and 80 is going to be interesting. But yeah, this one looks good. So we have MU, which is interesting, and we had Tesla call out for a long, which is also interesting. Probably I'll keep analyzing these ones also during the chat room later today.
If MU closes above VWAP on the 15-minute chart, is that a good entry sign?
If it closes above VWAP, it would be a good sign, but not entry sign. Entry, you still want to see it opening, overlapping, going all the way down here. Sorry, all the way
On the
down
1
here.
minute chart? Okay.
Exactly. So you want it to close somewhere around here, but then you want the next candlestick to open, to drop, give you the fill around the bottom before the continuation. You know, guys, that usually the market is not doing open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close type of price action. You get the open, you get the close, you get the next candlestick opening, overlapping, right, before the continuation. And that's your cue to enter, just to get a better entry rather than waiting for the open and instantly playing it around here. Get a better average by waiting for the candlestick to open and start the overlap for a better risk to reward ratio. I think I had a few entries like that a few days ago. I'll show you how I'm usually doing this when I'm timing my entries on some of the stocks. Obviously, I usually do that, especially later during the day when I'm playing these afternoon reversal plays, because when there is a range, you can expect a drop more than sorry, you can expect a continuation of the range more than an instant momentum play out.
Right.
Unfortunately, I didn't screenshot this, but you could see these guys. You see this around here. So this is the candlestick closing as, do I have the 15 here? No, I don't have the 15, unfortunately, but this is basically what we get. We get a 15-minute candlestick closing as a bullish candlestick. And rather than playing it somewhere around here for the continuation with a bad risk to reward ratio, what I do is I wait for the next 15-minute candlestick to open. I wait for it to drop. And while it's dropping, I pull the trigger to the long side. And as it breaks, I add to my position. It gives me this average rather than playing it to the long side around here and having this stop loss. You see, risk to reward wise, you have a lot in your favor. And that's what I usually do a bit later during the afternoon. Rather than playing it on the way to the upside or on new highs, wait for these new lows and time the entry. I'll show you another
On
one.
that trade, you went 3 partials, stop out, break even, then you added again? Or
And
you
then
went
I
in
re-entered. I re-entered. Yeah,
re-entered,
re-entered.
sorry, yeah.
Exactly. So this is
Okay.
basically what I was saying. If you see these guys, this is the 15-minute chart closing like this. So rather than playing it on a new high, what I usually do, I wait for the next candlestick to open, and as it's overlapping, I pull my triggers. Before the candlestick just continues the move to the upside. Because I can see that, okay, there is the range around here. There it is. So the real question is, why would I play it to the long side closer to the resistance? When closer to the resistance, it usually rejects. Why not play it as it drops closer to the support? Now, obviously, I do not also know that whether it's going to go all the way to the support or not. It could just instantly open and run. This is why I'm scaling in. I'm like, I'm going to play it to the long around here. And if it goes to the upside and breaks without me, I will add and I'll have this average. If it keeps going lower, I'll keep adding for my full position to have my average at the lowest quarter of the range. Always break the ranges to 4 parts, and you want your entry to be closer to the bottom quarter of the range before you play the continuation. For example, look, how did the 15-minute candlestick close here? Red. I did say that you want to have your entry closer to the lowest bottom or quarter of the range, but we also said we want this 15-minute candlestick to close green, so that the next candlestick opening, overlapping, we pull the trigger, and then we play the continuation. Now that this 15-minute candlestick closes red, what's going to happen is that this 15-minute candlestick is going to open, it's going to overlap before the break to the downside. So I'm expecting MU to break the low now rather than continuing the move to the upside. Amazon red to green. So let's take a look at Amazon. I see this is what's happening on MU now, just overlapping, selling off, breaking the low, so it's a bit too early to play a reversal on it. Amazon, I don't know about it. Looks a bit too complex. What system or method did you use to learn? I'm self-taught, Bigelow. Like most of the things that I'm doing and what I'm teaching and I'm trading are coming from 10 years of trading experience. I was looking for good price action reading books. I literally have been in every trading community that you know because I wanted to learn as much as I could about the market. But there weren't good there wasn't good material on multiple time frame analysis. There were good communities explaining good strategies in detail, but multiple time frame analysis I didn't find anything good. I went through concepts like ICT, I went through the market auction theory, I went through Elliott waves theory, but I knew it could be simplified in a way that's understandable for everyone out there in simple words. So Amazon looks better at the moment, but again, I'm not gonna trade it, not the one that I like.
Is ES still a good buy, or did it top for the day, do you think?
Oh, it
ES?
topped. ES is probably the mirroring the SPY, or the SPY mirroring the ES. But yeah, I mean, it's not a good buy. This is FOMO kicking in right now. This is where traders are locking in profits. It can continue going higher, but you don't want to do that. You don't want to develop a habit of entering long into something that looks like this.
The move's already done.
Yep.
In my experience, yeah. AAOI. Let's have a look here.
You go for it.
Are you looking to short it or long it? What are you thinking? Who was asking this?
Sammy.
Sammy. Again, for me, when it's this far below VWAP and on the 5-minute chart, I just give it a little more time, like Eamon said. It doesn't really give me a clear direction on either side. It's kind of just consolidating around this time. If anything, if you want to do a quick scalp, maybe to the downside, it closes under all these moving averages, but it doesn't give me any clear direction at this moment.
Yeah, it's more descending at the moment. I do not like it for sure because it already is oversold, but I know that before going to the upside, it's probably going to go to the downside. This is a bearish pattern, so it's probably going to break the low of the day. It's going to give some shorts the hope of it going lower, but it's not going to downtrend a lot. If you are a scalper, yes, you can go for a short and target the low and a quick momentum at the break of the low of the day. If you're looking for a longer term play, then forget about the short and wait for it to give a reversal setup to the long side. But this thing is going to break the low of the day most probably.
So on the 15-minute chart, that's creating a wedge, right? So that's going to break through the wedge. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like it wants to break through the wedge to the downside, and it probably will. It will give a few signs of reversals of new highs, waves to the upside, but eventually it is going to break the low of the day. And then if it's really weak, it's going to continue going lower. But I don't see a lot of room to the downside.
So when it breaks the wedge on the 15-minute chart, would you look on the 5, or you would just wait for it to come down to like 200?
You mean to play it to the short side?
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically if you want to play it to the short side, probably you do not want to wait for it to break the wedge. You want to play it somewhere around here. Right,
Okay.
like right now, anticipating the break of the wedge. And the moment it breaks, you instantly start locking in the profits, because after the break, there is not going to be a lot of room left to the downside. So yeah, there it is. Tesla is going to the upside. We did talk about it, guys, right? It is going to the high of the day, and it is going to break the high of the day, which it did. There it is.
Wow.
We said like everything in this thing looked good, from daily, from 60, from 30, from 15 to Atlas and ATR. There was still a lot of room left based on the ATR. From 441, it could go all the way to the high, yeah, to yesterday's high. Obviously, you do not want to just blindly hold it all the way to the upside. You want to lock in profits as it moves and as it gains momentum, but it has a lot of room to the upside left. Sayed, you also played Tesla to the long side?
And that would be, for my trading style, that would have been I mean, it could be a 1, a 5, a 15, or a 30-minute opening range breakout. Like if you see the volume coming in at 11, what would that be, 33? As soon as it came down, kind of give the 200 EMA a little kiss, and then boom, gone.
Exactly. And we did talk about that you did not want to play to the long around here. That's where someone asked us about Tesla because of the 3 candlestick rule. What did we say? We said you want to see it making a reset, a pullback, before you play to the long side. So it actually also gave a good entry following the 3 candlestick rule.
Ever since you put that on my radar, that is like 90%, hey? Like when it gives you 3, it
pulls back.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just need to keep it. Obviously, every now and then you'll see it making the 4, the 5, and the 6, but yeah, most of the time it's a 3 and a pullback, which helps you time the earlier entries and helps you know when you want to partial before waiting for the pullback and loading in into the second leg.
Right. And do you wait for the 3-minute on, or sorry, the 3 candles on the 1-minute chart or the 5? Or it doesn't matter?
All the time frames. Wherever there is
All
a
the
3, I
time
wait for a
frames.
pullback. Obviously, the
Okay.
1-minute chart I can enter on the third if the candlesticks are small, because I still can get a good risk to reward ratio. But on the 5, third is not good entry.
Okay.
NVDA looks like it's slowly topping. Not a good reversal, not a good break of the half day, but it's slowly topping. What is 3 candlestick rule? 3 candlestick rule is simple. You just basically do not want to play a stock on the third candlestick. 1, 2, 3. You want your entry to be here or here. 3 and 4 is your partial area. After that, you can either play to the short side, anticipating the pullback, or you wait for the pullback and you look for an entry within 1, within 2. Then you partial within 3, waiting for the pullback. And then you get your entry within 1 or within 2. Then you partial within 3, 4, 5, and then you wait for the pullback. And you enter within 1 or within 2. Then you partial within 3 or 4, and then you wait for a pullback. And you just keep doing it over and over and over. But obviously, sometimes candlestick 3 on the 5-minute chart or candlestick 1 on the 5-minute chart is happening within candlestick 3 on the 15-minute chart, which is also a red flag.
Yeah, I've been getting a few emails about the funded account and like hotkeys around it. So if you guys continue to email me, I'll get back to you as quick as I can. I got about 15 emails yesterday about funded accounts and hotkeys. So I'll do my best to get back to you guys as quick as I can.
Soon we'll get Kyle working in the trading terminal tech support.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to be talking to me. That's right. Does funded account come with a DAS prototype? Yeah, so this is one question I actually got. It does not. So you can use the DAS funded account. If you want to use DAS, it's $9.99 a month. Or if you want
There
to
is
use
one
the
note to
trading.
that. There is one note to that. For a DAS trader, which costs $9.99, you need to be an elite member. Without that, you cannot get it.
Oh, that's right. Thank you. There you go. And then the trading terminal one, you have to have a premium subscription for 3 months for the duration of the funded account. And that gets you access to the scanner, the replay simulator, and all that. And that's $3.99, I believe. Is the 3-candle rule valid on a 5-minute, not 1 minute?
It's valid on all the time frames. This is how I built. I'll tell you, this is how I built my parabolic reversal strategy from. And I'll show you now good examples for that. So how do I play reversals? For reversals, I look for the opposite. For $9.99, it's not a month. No, Robert. It's one payment for 3 months, which is basically $300 a month. And if you think about it, in a way, you're right. You could just trade your own account. But you get $50,000 account, that's one. And you get to $2,000 max loss. So basically, in your own account, you'll be paying $150 subscription for DAS Trader anyway. And in 3 months, it's going to cost you $450. And for the funded account itself, you pay basically $450 or maybe $550 with a $2,000 max loss. So for in your account, if you lose $2,000 plus the subscription, that's $2,500. And in DAS Trader, it costs $9.99. So basically, you save $1,500. Not the best deal out there, maybe, but it's still a good deal. I mean, risk to reward wise, it's still a good deal. And the reason behind that is that DAS Trader is not, BBT is not partnering with DAS Trader. BBT pays for DAS Trader the $450 plus a few extra fees for helping us in the back end that we need. Exactly. And then the rest is just for BBT. Anyway, look at these guys. This is basically the 3 candlestick rule. I see the 1, I see the 2, I see the 3. I know that there could be a pullback right now. So I start looking for reversal plays. Then I look for signals on the 1-minute chart. Same thing, 3 candlestick rule, volume spikes, levels, whatever there is. And then I just go for the reversal play. Same thing around here. I see the 1, I see the 2, I see the 3. I'll look for a reversal play. I was wrong. I see the 4, I see the 5 around the level, and I'm like, okay, that could be maybe it right now. Wait for bottoming price action, and then maybe go to the opposite direction for a reversal. Same thing around here. I see the 1, I see the 2, I see the 3. I start looking for a reversal. I see the bottoming price action, I play the reversal. But look, I'm not playing reversals on any stock that had 3 candlestick rule. There is a lot out there that I'm looking for, from ATR, from daily position, from the bias, from the volume, everything. But the 3 candlestick rule for reversals is one of the most important things. For example, here I see the 1, I see the 2, I see the 3, I see the 4. I play a reversal, I lose money. So you will still get losers. Here I see the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5, the 6. I play a reversal, I lose money. It happens. But here I see the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4. I play a reversal and I actually make a lot of money. So that's what I basically do when I play these reversals. I mean, it's really important for me to see the 3, and then I go for a good pullback. And my stop loss is really tiny. You see how tight the stop loss is? Because it's the low of the day. That's my risk to reward ratio. So quick, so easy for 2-1. Like I said, it's not the only criteria that I'm looking for. There is still a lot to it. But the 3 candlestick rule is a part of it. And now look at this. Since I know that after 3 candlesticks, there is always a pullback, why would I be playing a continuation on the 3rd candlestick? Why would I be getting myself around here for a short when I know that the reversal is about to happen? Make sense? This is why when I play breakouts, you'll see that my breakouts are the total opposite of my reversal plays. When I play breakouts, I want to make sure that my entry is within 1 on the 5, within 2 on the 1, within 1 on the 60. You see? Like literally in the beginning of the move, because the moment I get the 1, the 2, the 3, I need to be out. So the earlier your entry for breakouts, the better it is. The later the entry, the bigger the move, the better it is for reversal.
Eamon, do you mind pulling up my Intel trade? Sammy's got a
Yes.
question here about it. How to avoid a failed orb long on Intel today? So it depends on which opening range you had, but the 1 minute, what I've really started to do, just wait for that confirmation candle on top of the 1 minute. So if you have a 1 minute opening range breakout, wait for a confirmation candle to come on top of that and then go in. If you see, like I got stopped out on the second candle there, but when it came back up, I've been trading this style a little bit for about, I don't know, a year and a half now. So the 5 minute as well, as soon as it gets on top of it and closes, but really look at the 5 minute as well. If it's a bullish engulfing, that's a really good sign to get in. That's one of Andrew's favorite strategies. So I anticipated that happening there. It closed above the 200 and then boom, it shot up. So I waited about 2 minutes to take my partials. Just so long story, just make sure you wait for confirmation. And you can see that's why I got stopped out on the 1 minute. It squeezed up. There was no confirmation. I really shouldn't even got in. I actually added to it and then it went down. So that was a really bad ad. I shouldn't have done that. Closed below VWAP, got out right away, waited, generated some liquidity, came back up. Really nice squeeze candle there. And then I got back in there. And that was the success of the trade there. Yeah, you're welcome. No worries. And feel free, Sammy, email me, Kyle@variabletraders.com. I can help you out with orbs as best as I can. I'm still learning as well, but I've got a pretty good grip on them so far. Until I don't.
So when does the three candle sequence end and when a new one starts? Good question. The start is basically after the, let's talk about a long. The start is the new low. This is the new low. That's the first. This one is fully inside it. So I would count it like fully inside it. So I would count this all as one, higher high and higher low two, higher high and higher low three. Color does not really matter. After the pullback, this is four. Now that's zero. That's 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 2, right? 0, 0, 1. You can call it 1 because it's inside it. 2 and 3. 0, 0, 1, 2, 3. That's basically it, where it starts. To the opposite direction, you start from here. 1, 2, 2, 0, 0, 0, 0, right? 1, 2, 0, 0. Same thing here, like 0, 1, and then you get 0. So basically, to the short side, you go for the other way around. For a long, you start from the start of the move. But obviously, there are some other exceptions for discounting. Technically, this is the way to do it. But if there is a range and the price breaks the range, I usually don't count it from the start. I start counting from the breakout. So it's not something mathematic where you count. It also depends on the setup that we have. Can't explain all the nuances around here. Thank you, Saraz. If you get any questions while you read the book or you get started anywhere, just shoot me an email. I'll be more than happy to clarify it.
I started reading it yesterday as well. It's such a great book. Like your wording, like you can tell you put some time and effort into it. Obviously, it's something your name's attached to it, so you want it to be good. It's so well written so far, and I'm definitely honestly like I think for me in my experience with trading, like a lot of guys start scalping, and I think you kind of did the same thing. I could be wrong, but a lot of people start to scalp, right? And then it works out like you can be profitable. There's no doubt about it. Like there's scalpers that are profitable. The higher time frames is just the moves can be bigger, and you hold for those targets, and that's why I'm a new trader too, so I'm trying to learn myself. It's kind of like a Kaizen, like continually improving yourself, and I think I'm going to start implementing some of that style into mine. So thank you for the book.
And there is literally nothing wrong in scalping. It's just that sometimes it's better to hold these scalps longer when you know when to hold it longer, and sometimes it's better to scalp it. And when you can differentiate between these moments where you can hold longer and you can add, and these moments where I better exit and not leave the rest to break even, that's where you can maximize the profits. Because we don't realize it, but most of our trades, when you play it long and then you add and then you exit at break even, you give a lot of profits back by cutting it at break even, next trade, back at break even, next trade, more positions at break even, only to try to catch one winner. But when you know when it can run and you know when you can get wicked out at break even, that's going to make a whole big of a difference.
Yeah. Even today in my Intel trade inside the chat room, Gary, we were trading Intel at essentially the same time. He got in a little bit earlier than me. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to take a partial here. He's like, why? He's like, why are you partialing here? Tell me why. And he's like, there's no reason for you to partial. He's like, this thing's going to move at least another 30 cents. And then he'll pull up the 15 or the 30 and he'll do a quick explanation of it. And he's like, there's no reason for you to take a partial here. So I did it. And then he ended up making me an extra, like, it's like $60 because I just held it an extra like minute or two. But as a newer trader, like you see, you've made your 1.5 hours. Like, yeah, I should take a little bit off here. But if the bigger time frames are telling you don't do it, you can hold that and make an extra half an hour or an hour. So yeah, just with experience, right?
Exactly. Oh, someone is asking about Microsoft. I think this thing is going to pull back. It could start bottoming around here, by the way, because we're getting closer to the 9 and the 15. The 60 it's probably going to pull back more, actually. It's probably going to pull back more. I think it's a good one for a long, but it needs small more pullback, but you do not want to play it for short at all. And for those who are asking about Tesla, target, you probably wanted to partial around here. We did talk about the $450 area. That's a strong level, support, resistance. But you can hold it for a bigger run because the average true range on Tesla is around $15. It's already sitting at $10 move. There is a bit more left for higher move. It's probably going to pull back before the next leg to the upside, but it doesn't mean that it's going to continue. Market could do anything and it could just simply dump from this area. That's why you want to lock in some profits. Qs are slightly topping up, but the 60 is closing so bullish, so we're probably going to be seeing another small leg to the upside on the Qs. How about now?
Saeed, sorry, go
Yeah.
ahead. I was going to say, Saeed, in the chat room, how do you know when you should hold for a long? That's my issue. How do you know you should hold for a long?
Yeah, well, go for it.
No, I was going to say, like I kind of mentioned it already. Just it's the higher time frames, right? Like you pick your levels, and you can just hold for those targets, right? You don't necessarily just need to scalp every 10 seconds and take a 10% partial. But it all, from my experience, it just comes from the levels. Like look at the 15, look at the 30, and just look where those buyers and sellers are. And sometimes you can hold for that bigger move.
Exactly. Well, if you read my book, Complete Guide to Multiple Time Frame Analysis and Reading Price Action, Chapter 1 answers most of these questions, but it's just the first part of the game. There is still a lot more. But yeah, that book will answer most of these questions. If you want to go for something more detailed later, you can check my courses on Trading Terminal, but I think the book is going to answer most of your questions. Now, someone asked about now. I this thing can go higher. It will probably break the high of the day and make more room to more a bigger move to the upside. But it's already stretched, and the real question is how far can it go higher? That's what I cannot answer, and this is why I prefer to stay away from long and maybe wait for 30 minutes, maybe 1 hour or 2 hours until it starts forming a reversal setup where you can get a decent pullback on it. Qs will probably break above the high of the day within the next 15 minutes. Looks
The
solid.
Qs, yeah.
Yeah. We'll be having another all-time high soon.
How long is Trump in China for? Or is he on the way back already?
No, I think he'll still be there tomorrow, right?
Oh, was he?
Maybe tomorrow and
So he
after.
took Jensen Huang. Is Musk there with him too, and Tim Cook, or was that just fake news that I saw?
He did take, yeah, I don't know about Tim Cook.
Okay.
But yeah, but he's still there until tomorrow. I think he's going to be back after tomorrow.
Hmm.
Maybe even on the 15th. Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, Cook is there. That's right. And Xing, I think, said this morning that they should be partners, not enemies. So that's good for the market, I guess, right?
Yeah, I mean, saying it one thing, and now we need to see what's happening in closed room, right?
Right. Yeah, with no cameras. Yeah. Yeah, Q's pushing higher here. Little volume spike.
We are getting this, yeah, all-time high. It's probably going to break above the high.
How many likes are we at here? 377? 378. What's the most ever? Do you know? 600? We had
I actually
600 the
don't.
other day.
I actually have no idea.
That's okay. Q's. What happened with NVIDIA here? NVIDIA had a great after like, what was that? I think it was 10:15. That's when it really broke out on NVIDIA. And then SMCI, there was a member in the chat room that broke the news, and I think 5 or 6 people took it right away, and they made a good portion of cash on it. SMCI. Apparently, Trump was buying SMCI, allegedly. At what was it? It was around 10, just before I jumped on. Yeah, it was 10 o'clock. You see the volume spike there?
Yeah.
Apparently, Trump was buying it, similar to his Intel position.
Well, remember, SMCI got caught. The reason SMCI dropped on this week is because they were caught selling chips to China when they should not. And if these restrictions fade, then it's going to easily recover more. And these will be some good news for SMCI. So we might see it back to 40s. I know quite a few people are stuck in it.
They're stuck in it long.
Yeah, I know. So I know a few people in the chat room, they were complaining about buying it around $40, somewhere around here.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, back like 1 year ago, and then that. But I don't think it's going to be an issue. This thing is not that bad, especially the $40 average on SMCI is not that bad.
No.
Yeah, it's probably going to recover.
What's Tesla doing? Tesla longs, go, go, go. 449 coming back up. Yeah, nice.
Guys, if you are not following me on X yet, you can throw me a follow. I just typed it down there in the chat. I usually share my trades every day there. You can also reach out to me, ask any questions. We'll be more than happy to interact with you all. And if you have any other questions, feel free to email me, ayman@bearbultraders.com or kyle@bearbultraders.com.
I'm going
So
to
let's
end
see.
my day, step away from the keyboard. Yeah, Paris, turn it off. Just switch to the simulator and have a coffee. Just stop trading. If you're at 10 trades, that's a lot.
10 trades.
Yeah, it depends on your strategy, I guess, right?
Yeah. Exhausting, definitely exhausting.
You're 3 of 9 in the funded account, a 5-to-1 ratio. Seems like you have a good day. Yeah, go read Amy's book. That's right.
Enjoy it.
Cisco. I'm going to take a little short on Cisco, just a small size.
I don't think it's a bad one, yeah.
3 candlesticks on the 1 minute. I don't know. It just seems a little extended. Let's see what happens.
I think there will be some other opportunities. Not the worst for sure. Anyway.
Do you ever look at co-integration alongside sectors?
I don't go that deep, to be honest. I just go for multiple time frame analysis, drawing the levels, wait for the perfect opportunity, and trade it for a bigger risk to reward ratio. I think maybe that would have been good, especially for scalping, but I'm not scalper. I go for longer trades, so I'm not going that deep. Anyway, guys, it's 12 p.m. Eastern. Hope you enjoyed this session. If you guys have any questions, feel free to email me, ayman@bearbletraders.com or kyle@bearbletraders.com. And we'll be looking forward to talking to you all tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern. See ya.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
Don't
you,
forget
Kyle.
to give us a quick like and subscribe. We'll see you tomorrow. Cheers. No music today. Peter, Carlos, where's the music? How many likes are we at? 388? Come on. 387. See you guys tomorrow. Have a good day. Don't forget to journal your trades. Stay positive, meditate, go for a run.